Hi, hello, welcome to Water Under the Bridge, everyone, and our special Halloween content. We normally play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, but old school adventure modules converted up to the 5th edition and set in the homebrew campaign setting of Andarin. Today, we are playing an older module, a reprint of Castle Ravenloft called House of Strahd, not Curse of Strahd, House of Strahd. And partaking in this gameplay are the following.
Hi, I'm Myth, and Ava's not here today, so I suppose that makes me in charge of the random fact. I play the human pirate bard Medora, and today I'm drinking out of a tankard because I can.
It's actually pretty
Next.
sweet looking tankard.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I play Ithri, who is a dwarf, barbarian, smith, chaos, sorcerer, fighter thing. And I'm drinking out of a mug that says, "Coffee is not my cup of tea." I don't know if you can see that because it's too bright.
Very cute.
Very whitewashed.
And then there's a tea bag on the inside as well.
Oh, cute.
Cute.
I'm Ashley. I'm playing Cora. She's an ASMR deer. And also a monk.
That it? That's it. Okay.
I've got water.
There it is.
How do I follow that? I'm Saraha. I play Nova. She is a barbarian as well, yeah, for sure. Definitely. I have a glass of iced coffee.
Wait, no, hang on a second. We're not we're just gonna leave it at that. We're just not gonna. Okay.
I can't. I was gonna say the exact same thing that Ashlo said for E3, but then I couldn't remember the string of words he used to describe E3, so I just stopped at barbarian. I was gonna say barbarian. Well, I don't even know what he said.
Well, seems legit. And I'm Askell Archer. I will be playing all the other things, including Junko, the ASMR rogue, which is normally played by Ava, but she's not here today. She's probably drinking, if I know her, boba
Water.
out of a plastic boba mug. And as for me, I am drinking high altitude moisture beverage out of a high altitude
Blending
moisture
it with the
beverage
green
bottle.
screen.
Mm-hmm.
It
What do you
looked
mean green?
invisible.
What?
No,
Also,
it was
though-
an invisible green.
Yeah. It's a potion. But also you, chat. You can be involved in the game today as well by spending your gold pieces, that is your channel points, to purchase chat's blessings, which our intrepid PCs can spend to give plus or minus 1 to any d20 roll per blessing that they spend. And if you were here on Friday, you know that shit saves lives. And they need it.
It's true, they did need it.
Really, really badly.
They're in a bad way.
We're
over there.
just building it up today for the Friday.
Pretty much. You guys don't need it anymore.
That's not true. They get more on Friday, I think.
True, but they also spend a lot more on
But
Friday.
they spend more than they get. So then this.
The dice rolls are garbage.
Lately,
Is
I
it-
haven't been
Not
able
that
to
I'm
get you
calling
guys
anyone
to
out.
spend anything.
Is it
Oh,
a
well,
set
I'm sure
because
she
I'm
knows
thing?
exactly who she is.
Are they the same blessings? Like if we earn like 20 blessings on a Sunday and then on Friday they're like, fuck it, 20
They
blessings.
can use all 20. Yeah,
And
it's a
they
shared
are
between
damn
all
grateful
games.
for it because they need 20. Whereas
Listen,
I
there's
can't
gonna
get you
come a
guys to
time
use
where
one.
No, we will use them. I think we
We've done
pick
it a
our
couple of
opportune
times.
moments, though.
We use
Is
it
that
to like bring people back from the dead, and
Or
then Cora's
find
suddenly like,
skillets.
do you know what? I want to make pancakes, and these pancakes were rubbish. So 20
The
chance blessings,
two
please.
main uses for that's
It's
it.
legit.
Absolute
It's a
bullshit,
scrap.
one way or another.
I use inspiration for my pancakes and
Yes.
cooking.
Oh, it was the brownies.
It's true.
So on that happy note,
Anyways,
let's get into the game, Ashla.
My butt is ready.
We're back.
You hesitated too long to say
I hesitated.
Or
the
just
exact
long enough.
Right time.
Yeah.
That was a tactical fact about
that.
butts.
Right. So, whilst in the midst of a battle between gods, or demigods, as some of you might correct, you escaped out of the frying pan and into the fire by way of the mists of Barovia. You've begun to learn a little bit about this new place, this misty, shrouded valley. You know that the castle high atop the cliff overlooking this village is governed by a count who the locals simply refer to as the devil. You know that there is a burgomaster here who oversees this village of Barovia by the name of Ismark Kalyanovich. And, of course, his sister, Irina, or adopted sister, Irina. You know that their father only recently died, and they are now hunted, their family being tormented by the devil, who has assaulted them with wolves and mist and other horrors. They haven't even been able to take their father's body to the cemetery because the devil simply hasn't left them alone enough, and the villagers have labeled them cursed. You know that much of the village is populated by phantasms pulled from your very minds, images of your past, your friends, your family, others. The few who are real here seem to be either like Ismark in that they are dour and, well, gloomy, or alternatively, they are mysterious and you aren't sure what to make of them, like the Vistani, who seem to have an eye on you. You've come up with the plan to meet with the Count up at their castle in the hopes that maybe they will either let you go or else fuck off and let the people of Barovia live in sunlight for a while.
2 options.
You made plans to bring Ismark and Irina with you for their own protection, lest the devil hunt them down while you are away. But both warned you repeatedly, do not underestimate the devil. You rested. Some of you had dreams. Some of you enjoyed others' dreams. Enjoyed is maybe a loose term. We are going to press time forward a little bit to the dawn. I won't say the sun has risen because it doesn't seem like the sun ever rises in Barovia.
Oh, cool.
Not really. But it is no longer night, at least. A dismal drizzle of rain comes down. You awaken in phases. Some of you may have not slept at all. Some of you just slept but found no rest. What would you like to do?
Nothing. Attack the house during the night.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Attack the house during the night.
Remind me of where everyone's location was within the building. Were we huddled in one room, or I can't remember what
There
we
was a
did.
tiny
They
hut.
gave us two rooms, but
so
They gave you 2 rooms that you didn't really use. I think you used the tiny hut, right, on the ground level?
I cast the tiny hut in the drawing room. I cast it when everyone was in it, but if you wanted to be in and out of it during the night, I was in it.
I would have slept downstairs in the living room or dining, whatever the main area is.
I think E3 would have just passed out in the hut and not
And
moved.
I believe it was you guys' wish that Ismark and Irina stay in the hut during the night, or did you let them?
I
we
think we just told
discussed
them if
not.
they needed to.
Oh,
they could
okay.
go
Yeah.
in there.
They, if anything had attacked, the plan was that they could retreat too. So if they actually were asleep in it, great. If not,
No,
they
would have.
were in it when I cast it.
They would have stuck to their holy symbol enforced rooms. Though they do both come down to your drawing room in the morning.
You know,
Both pale, haggard, but to be fair, they were like that last night too.
Oh,
I
long
think
rest. Did I do that?
Cora would follow Junko to check on their dead father,
Okay.
because I'm sure Junko would do that.
Yeah. And I know Junko intended on keeping a close eye on the dead father as well. Checking
Dead
on
father
him.
is in the tiny hut, by the way.
Mm-hmm. At the edge of it, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Checking on him. He's still dead. The closer you get, the more the smell becomes a factor. It's not too bad yet, but it seems like he's been covered in flowers and perfumes, which are not going to work forever. But it seems like the body has not changed for the most part.
And I guess I'll go to Irina and Ismark. So before we go, do you want to have a service for your father and lay him to rest, right?
Yesterday you'd mentioned taking him to the cemetery, to Father Donovich. Is that still your intention?
Yeah, I think so, right, guys?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's where you would like him to be, right?
You said it was the only holy
Yes.
ground, so
Okay, then yeah, I
would protect him.
Then I beg of your tolerance that you would give us, my sister and I, a moment alone with him. And we will prepare him for travel. And if you are indeed willing,
Are
we
you
can direct you.
sure that the father wouldn't let you there in the cemetery for like a short period of time?
He has not in the past, not even for
Well,
my father.
We'll do the best we can.
I'll talk. We can
Okay.
talk to him. We'll see.
I will not hold my breath.
While
We do not hope in Barovia.
while
Yeah,
we
that'll-
let them have their like moment, can I like kind of yank E3 and Junko? I don't know if Cora's focused on, I don't know what she's doing, but I'm just gonna yank E3 and Junko and be like, "Hey, Irina is bad news, okay?" I'm like saying this very, very quietly to the two of them.
Yeah, Cora, would you be talking to them still?
Okay.
What? In what way?
Last night I overheard Irina talking to someone and I did not recognize their voice. And I just heard that, I don't know, the other voice was telling Irina that she should wait and that the Lord of the Castle. Fuck, I can't remember what was said in character. But
I would justify that as like the dream is starting to fade a little bit.
yeah.
You should have wrote it down right away in your dream journal.
Well, I did, but I think I was too excited and I wrote really bad notes.
I can't read it. No.
It's a mess. But the Lord of the Castle is a woman. I don't know. They were referring to her as a her, and this other voice was like, it was not good. I don't know. I don't know who it was. And I don't know how somebody got into this house without us noticing, but
Wait, so you heard both of them speaking? Where were they?
yes. In her room. Right? I was in that hallway, right? Where was I?
You were
Well, I know I was hearing it in my head, but could I tell where they were?
no, I would say. You wouldn't have known where
Oh.
they were coming from, just that they were
Oh,
individuals.
interesting.
I mean, the call, you'd know the call.
They had to have been within 30 feet of me.
Exactly.
I know that.
The call was
So-
coming from inside the house. That's the best
Yeah.
you got.
They were in the house. Okay. Well, I couldn't. I kind of knew where they were. They were definitely inside the house. So I don't know how they got in. And I don't know who they were.
So
How
does-
do you know this?
I heard it in my head. Which, as I'm saying out loud, sounds like I was imagining things. But, you know, the other. God, I don't know how many days ago it was now because time was really strange in the nodes. But you know, when I was like levitating and I spoke to you all?
Yeah.
I could hear like snippets of thoughts and see like an image. Like I saw an image of a meadow and I
what if
saw
it
like
was just a dream then?
I was awake though.
No, not yours. Theirs.
Oh. Well, but I was hearing the voices from two different people, like at the same time.
I don't
Does
know
that
how
make sense?
receiving people's dreams work. So
I don't either.
the problem is, we have no idea what the fuck this place is or what's going on. These people are
Yeah,
like
I guess I just
the only
wanted
ones
to
that
let
have
you
talked to us.
know.
Yeah, it's good
I know,
to know.
because
Eyes open.
I think the Irina thing, not knowing who she was and wandering out of the woods, is very suspicious and strange, and it's even weirder that Ismark doesn't want anyone to talk about it around her. So maybe
I would
she
keep
doesn't
an
even
eye
know.
on her,
Yes, I think
just in
that
case.
was my very
It's
long-winded
probably
way
fine,
of asking
but-
that.
We also
sure.
potentially then are walking into a trap.
I was a little worried about that, maybe. So, I mean, I think we should be prepared for anything, but
Maybe we should try and not let on our competence.
I think
So
the less that they
have
know
something-
about us, the better.
Okay.
So that we have some element of surprise. I'm gonna kind of look over at Cora when I say that. Like,
So
okay.
I'm gonna use that to segue. Cora and Medora.
Look what I can do, guys.
You've been kind of ushered away from Ismark and Irina and their father so they could have a moment alone with him. What are the two of you doing? As the other three kind of glance over.
Cora, let's go and get some of her clothes.
Okay.
I
Okay, running up the stairs. That's
Ashley forgot the reason why. So when you said
Oh
that,
yeah, I was
just-
like, why
that's
are they
robbing her
just
clothes.
stealing clothes?
Medora,
But the
It's gone
maniac.
too far.
since you're really good at like diplomatizing, I figured you and I could maybe tag team this Count Devil person, and maybe we can
Maybe we'll practice on the father at the holy ground first, because I mean, I know you're really up for this, but he doesn't sound like he wants the body or them.
Well, I found that a lot of churches are more willing to you just give them some money, make a donation to the tithe. They're a lot more willing to
Or you could get your wings out and be like, hey, I'm an angel and you should listen to me.
yeah, I guess I could do that. There is a problem though. I don't really know how to do that.
Wait, what? They're your... Are they not your wings?
Well, I didn't like when they came out, I don't really remember fully how it happened.
Wait, can you...
like I didn't really do it.
Are they there all the time? Like, if...
I don't
there
know. Are
marks?
they? Are they there right now?
Can I just check your shoulder blades?
Yeah.
Medora would like to just basically look and just there's no marks on shoulder blade neck.
There's no marks. It's just skin. Unmarred.
The last thing I remember is wanting to protect all of you. That I didn't really think about wings or
Do you think magic would help?
what do you mean?
Well, sometimes when I tell people to do things, they have to do it, and I wonder if I said, "Hey, Cora, get your wings out."
Maybe. Well, hold on. I before you joined us, I did try to do something similar, and it didn't go very well. I think I scared everybody, and it kind of hurt.
I mean, I don't think you're the scary one.
Well, I couldn't really see myself, but I saw everyone looking at me, and I didn't like how they were looking at me. They seemed afraid. I don't know.
Okay, well
we
maybe
can try.
maybe if you want to try it sometime, we can just.
You know what? I can look like other things, so maybe I can look like me with wings.
That might be better if we don't
but
know.
not actually have wings.
Okay, so you're
I
gonna
feel like
look
someone's frowning at me.
I feel like an air of disapproval. No, well, maybe because you're gonna look like him as a decoy, and I'm gonna look like her as a decoy, because
I thought
we're
I
both.
was her. Am I him and you're her?
Well,
Because
I
spent
can't
the
turn
evening.
into other people.
I spent the evening mimicking Irina, so I don't
We
really
could
know
both
how to
go as
be
her.
Ismark.
I can't change shape, but I've got red hair and disguises, and
Okay.
thought maybe I can be an extra. It might not be helpful, but I can maybe try.
So I should look like Ismark then.
Maybe you could
I
be
thought
ready
you
to
both
be
were gonna
either.
look like her.
Oh, are we?
Hey,
I don't remember.
Hey, there's full chaos
like,
going upstairs.
I don't
I
remember
think-
I
I think
That was
that's
the
what we
plan.
said last week, but if you want to change it, you go for it. If you
Hey.
forgot, everyone was
Hey.
gonna
Wait,
look
are
like
we
her if
both?
they could.
Are we
Myth
both
is just
being-
stealing clothes right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Medora is just basically like, I can't look like him, so you can look like him or her, whatever we need, and I'll try and look like her, and then we'll either have two doubles, or we'll have three of her, and whoever they want, maybe you pretend to be that person,
Got it.
and then like, whatcha?
What's that mean? Whatcha?
Do your cool stuff that you do always.
Oh, punch him? That's like plan D though.
Okay. I
I
feel
don't
like
want to
feel
do
like
that.
we're making a lot of plans here without telling anyone, and they don't like it when I make plans and don't tell anyone. So
Yeah, but you're telling me.
yeah, cool. Okay.
And on that note, as the two of you gather up some clothes, I'll say that you find, however many outfits you need, Irina has a fair amount of clothes.
I only take
and
one.
After about 15 minutes, Irina and Ismark will step away from their father. And I'll assume that you guys have kind of respectively concluded what you were doing.
I don't know if this was noted, but when I unattuned from the orb during the long rest, and I attuned to the amulet of proof against detection.
Okay.
I didn't know if I said that out loud or not, but I did. So.
Got it. Okay. Ismark approaches you. We are as ready as we're going to be. If you will see to our father, we will conclude our preparations. Irina has some armor. I have some. We will meet you outside the church.
I'd like to see if you guys can see to the burial. I'm gonna try to get that as well. I think you guys should be present.
We have said our goodbyes. There is no point. And
sure?
Irina just kind of. It is all right. This is how things work in Barovia.
Oh, okay.
How are we getting the casket there?
Have you seen that gif of those guys dancing while they take the guy? It's like,
does my
six
frail
of you.
ass look like I can carry a casket right now?
You only need one hand on it.
I have
Look
a
at how-
negative
look
at this
strength
map.
modifier.
I mean,
Look at this map. We have to walk down a whole street.
Oh yeah, let me look at the map. How?
It's a ways away, y'all.
It's
We're at
about-
the end at
where is
E4, and we gotta go to E5.
it's
Oh, shit.
Hang on, let me.
That's what I'm saying.
about a
So
So it'll go
440 foot
faster
walk
if
to the
we're
church,
dancing.
and then into the cemetery to the plot where he would be buried. It'd be a total of 580 feet.
I
All
mean
I'm
this
gonna
in
say,
the nicest way possible is I
A-
cannot lift this.
Do we have
A
a
black
wagon?
carriage?
Do you have a wagon?
a black
or
carriage would be
s-
perfect right now.
Do not.
No.
There are 6 of you. Is that not enough? We can get it.
Yes.
Can I use my
Um,
mage hand to do it?
Don't
No,
worry.
Yeah,
if you-
Gary,
five,
my
You
five
need to.
pounds of lifting.
5 pounds. That's about all I could do, anyways.
Nova, perhaps you could keep watch for us while the rest of us carry it, in case we are attacked by this
Yes.
devil's forces.
I can do that. Actually, I can do that.
Good. Then the rest of us, we can see to this.
Okay.
Sure.
How likely, this is a question from Myth. How much are you imagining this coffin weighs?
So, for the record,
Coffins are
traditionally
heavy.
there are 6 pallbearers. So,
Oos
With
gets
5
with
of
us,
you?
so he can take my place.
right, with 5, which would make 5, and of you 5, some of you are exceptionally strong. I think you'll be okay with it.
Hi.
Would anyone notice if Medora wasn't carrying it?
Probably.
Probably.
Depending
Since
on where
I'm
you were
not.
standing. Yeah, I think so. The middle, probably not so much. But if you're on one of the corners, I think we probably would.
If you are
Mhm.
concerned, perhaps a beast of burden would be preferable to all of us carrying it.
I mean, I'm not strong.
I'm
I
happy
can
to-
carry.
I'm
I
happy.
don't
What's your
mind.
strength?
I could
It's a
shift
9.
Mine too.
our
Um,
people. Usk nods at Nova. Can shapeshift. Perhaps I could shift into something effective in carrying.
Yeah, you'd be better at that than me right now, anyways. So
Like a horse?
I
You
was
need a
thinking
car.
something a little bigger, but a horse
Yeah.
would
And-
suffice.
An ox?
what's an ox?
Usk takes a moment, just kind of focusing. The moons here are strange.
Oh,
I feel empowered in my shifting.
Oh, that's good. Could you be like a big lizard like Nova can do?
I haven't gotten to do that yet.
Aw.
I think I can take care of carrying this if you've something to strap it to me.
We've got lots of rope.
Ready
I
your
don't.
ropes.
Just
then.
drag it
People do.
behind him.
Usk is going to
Strap it
calmly
on
like
his back.
walk outside and like he's gonna start handing Nova the things that he just carries with him, you know, like his weapon. He's gonna pass a few things
Just
to
shoving
Nova
it all in the bag of holding.
and like remove some of the furs he's wearing so that he's bare chested,
Woo!
and he is going to wild
Oh.
shape into a mastodon.
Oh shit!
Ew. Nice.
I've never seen anything like this.
And to be clear, I do not mean an elephant. I do mean mastodon.
Is it like
Big ol'
real big
Fucking
carry tusks?
huge.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wookie.
the carry tusks.
Perfect
that-
for carrying a coffin.
Oh, he's like fluffy.
Although woolly mammoths would have been lower, but those wouldn't have been in the jungle. So
Mm-mm.
that
A
makes
mastodon, I
sense.
feel like, is a little more.
Mhm.
How
That's
high
fine.
Do you,
His legs
how high
bend.
do you think he could throw me with his trunk?
Why?
I think we should just
No,
focus on getting the
not
coffin
now.
to the church
Oh,
and then
okay.
going to the castle and quit wasting time because I'm kind of tired of being
Okay, I'm
here
just
already.
saying that whale thing was kind of fun. So
For the sake of expediency, you guys spend a few minutes loading the coffin up onto the giant mastodon tusks, and then proceed in a grim procession.
oh, we're
along
not
the street.
dancing.
There are crows watching us again.
There are, yes, and you can
How
still
many now?
hear mournful Mad Mary noises coming from a certain house.
Yeah, but is she eating though while she's crying?
Hard to
no,
tell.
no,
Ate
no,
last
no, no.
night.
From the
She
sound.
ate. She ate last night.
You make your way past the Blood on the Vine, or is that Blood of the Vine tavern? Following Ismark and Irina's directions, you
Just
come in
playing
sight.
a funeral procession song as we go.
You come in sight of a church atop a slight rise, set against the roots of the pillar stone that supports the castle far above. It is a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood, and it has obviously weathered the assaults of evil in the past, where its walls are scarred by markings of claws and fire. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. What do you do?
Maybe wait back here. I'll go knock. Come on, Medora.
Okay.
I'll go up.
Mark
to
and
the,
Irene are meeting us at the church.
They will meet you here when they're
Is that
ready.
what they
Yep.
said?
Yep.
Okay.
Go up to the front
Just
door.
didn't know if they came with us. Or not.
Knocking on the door, it takes a couple of minutes, but eventually the door kind of pulls open a crack, and you can see a pale face peering out at you, beady little eyes in the dark.
Hello.
Yes.
We're here to use your services if you can provide them.
The church is closed. What do you want?
The Church of God can never be closed. Surely
What do you want?
we need to inter someone in your cemetery.
Body? Yes. 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 Bring it around to the side. I will open the gate. Cemetery?
Can I see him like fully?
No, not even remotely. He's just kind of peering out
see
through
his
a crack in
hand?
the door. You can see a hand on the door. Yeah, just like
I'd like to.
fingers.
I want to reach out and touch his hand. Thank you very much.
His hand is ice cold.
I cast heal. I use my healing on it.
Doesn't seem like there's much effect.
No. I'll meet you around back.
Yes, yes, I will be along in a moment.
Okay.
Just a moment. And the door shuts
I look
abruptly.
at Medora. Hey, that went well. He said take him around back, so guys.
Mastodon's gonna shrug and start lumbering around the side of the church. You guys make your way around to the cemetery out back. Where is it? There it is. You can see that there's a wrought iron fence and a rusty gate that enclose the rectangular plot of I don't know if rectangular is the word I would use for that. Behind the dilapidated church. Tightly packed gravestones, shrouded by fog, bear the names of souls long past. All seems quiet until you can hear a squeaky door open and then shut again. And a moment later, you see the old priest in like a faded brown robe come out with a lantern and a shovel. He sets the lantern down on the ground, takes like a key ring off of his neck, fumbles through the keys until he finds one to open up the gate for you, pushing the rusted iron gate open. It screeches uncomfortably through the mist, like a creature all of its own. Well, come in. Who is the departed soul?
Don't mind our friend, our mastodon here. He's just carrying our coffin.
Oh, I thought that was a wagon.
Nope, it's alive. He's alive.
Whack.
Who seriously considers trumpeting, opts not to.
The intrusive thoughts.
You might give him a heart attack.
Maybe not right now. And
So this is the former burgomaster of this area?
Cullion.
Hmm.
Oh. So you are helping the cursed. And he gets kind of a little shifty-eyed for a moment as he trips over like a word there.
Just
Yes.
a question for you. Sorry.
Anything? Yes.
The children of the deceased say they're not allowed here?
Ismark and Irina.
Yes.
Cursed.
Why? Why do you think they're cursed?
Chosen by the devil. They are.
Have you done any sort of divining magically to determine if they're cursed or not?
Against the devil?
Well, yeah. Wouldn't you be able to tell?
There is no certainty.
How do you know they're cursed, even?
Recent events.
What?
Recent events.
What recent events?
The devil comes for them. The devil hungers for their blood. The devil has targeted them.
Have you maybe thought that the devil's targeting them because they're a light in the darkness?
It doesn't much matter why, I suppose.
Looks like you've been attacked too. Look at the church.
Church is sanctified against evil.
Isn't that all the more...
will not enter inside that place.
All the more reason
Irina and Ismark can't enter in, or you won't let them enter in?
You've come to bury Cullion, have you not?
Yes.
We perhaps could tend
Insight
to our
check.
work. Go ahead.
I want to know. No! 10. I was just really looking for why he changed his subject so
what
quickly.
you get is a sense of fear, which is pretty obvious.
Okay. So
Probably didn't need a die roll
yeah.
for that, but beyond that, you
No.
can't really. He seems like a very pathetic man.
I'll just kind of mutter coward under my breath and.
So you'll allow us to bury him here?
Come with me, I will show you to their plot.
Okay.
And he'll take you toward the back, kind of the back, right around where that E6 is on the map. Oops, let me move observer here. And he'll indicate like a spot. There is a crypt. The crypt door seems sealed, and you can see that there's a few markers outside of it. Cullion's plot. There are spaces for Ismark.
And Irina, or just Ismark?
Perhaps Irina as well. Time will tell, won't it? We'll see.
I'll take
Can
the
I
shovel
detect
from...
any? Go ahead.
I'll just take the shovel from him if he'll give it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Junko, will you walk with me?
Yes. She'll accompany you.
I'd basically like to, while they're burying the coffin or preparing to, walk with somebody through the mist, Junko, and ask her to scan the graves for any names, because obviously this is Corvania. So scanning for any names that in our timeline would be famous or she heard would deceased. So any names that are recognizable to her.
Yeah.
And Medora's looking too, but
you can do a perception
nothing.
check. For Junko's part, she seems very distracted here in the cemetery.
That's a 19 for 22.
Seems like she keeps kind of. If you didn't know any better, you'd think she was seeing her own ghosts, her own demons here wandering among the mist.
If she gets too lost, Medora's just gonna kind of like, Junko.
Like, and at several times, like you do kind of have to pull her back, like, "Hey, you okay?" And she'll, "Yes, yes, sorry," and like, but the two of you don't find any noteworthy names.
There's no graves that, as we stroll for the 22, I suppose. If I'm looking, there aren't any graves that look more well cared for. Everything looks equally abandoned.
I wouldn't say abandoned. Just it looks cared for. It's clear someone does tend these graves, but
How
it's
fresh.
It's minimal. It seems like this is a very simple place. Like there's not a lot of over the top statues or what have you. Just simple markers, simple graves, the occasional holy symbol here or there, a bouquet of flowers.
The holy symbols we see, is it like Irina's house where it's a mix of different deities?
No. It seems like they are exclusively marked with a symbol of a blazing sun.
Would Junko know what that was?
She does not.
Okay. Yeah, and then the last thing I was looking for was, are there any? Does it look like most of the graves happened at the same time? Like, was this a town wipe, or was this like gradually over time graves?
Based on the dates you're seeing, it looks like there's something like you know what? Make an investigation check. Junko will assist you with this, so make it with advantage.
That was a 2 or a 4 for a maximum of 7.
7. I mean, yeah, you're finding dates all over the place. It's not really clear. I mean, some of them are quite old, but the oldest are clearly smudged away, so you can't really get a sense. But definitely, like over a century at least.
Yes, I didn't find like a blanket 100 graves from the same date kind of thing.
No.
Cool.
No.
Cool. Make our way back towards.
Okay. As you return, I will say that Father Donovich probably went back to the church, got a couple more shovels, so that you guys don't have to spend like 6 hours digging a grave. But it is probably pretty close to noon by the time the body is in the ground. Fortunately, you have a mastodon who can help push dirt back into the hole. But when the deed is done, Father Donovich takes out a symbol similar to the one that you've seen, like of a sun, and says, standing before it, like he sprinkles some holy water on the grave, speaking a few words in Celestial, and then adds, "Morning, Lord, we give our prayers in exchange for Kalyan and Dirovich's deliverance from Barovia, and ask your protection for his immortal soul."
What did he say in Celestial? Just more prayers?
Just little, yeah, just prayers. And then he'll lower the holy symbol. "It is done.
Thank
If
you.
you care at all for the children of Kalyan, you will take them far from this place and never return."
Well, I guess we hear it's very hard to leave this place.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Interested
But perhaps
being
they might spend what freedom they have remaining in the company of those of good. and light.
Freedom they have remaining? They're young.
The devil has decided that his mark will die. And the devil always takes his due.
Has he taken anyone from you?
We have all lost in Barovia.
Father Donovich, is there anything that I can do for you?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. With advantage?
No.
Oh, okay. Worth a shot. Look, I'm being nice. Advantage. No, not deception. Persuasion.
And the rain is still coming down. Just so you guys know.
20.
20. He looks at you, and for the first time, like, he's not just sort of squirrely-eyed looking at you furtively. He really sees you. And it almost seems like he sees something different. You can actually see, like, his eyes get a little bit watery as he looks at you. There is no hope left for me. But I will pray for you that maybe just this once Barovia can have hope.
She'll put her hand over his, and in Celestial, she'll say, "May the Lord watch over you."
And Celestial, he'll respond, and also with you.
Look at everybody else. We should probably get going.
Sure.
You are to go to the castle.
Yes.
Have a care. Beware of the dark. Beware. If you would have a chance, he call like as you're starting to walk away, he'll call after you. If you would have a chance to fight the devil, your one hope lies outside of the Serre Pool. There is one there who can give you hope. Listen and remember what she tells you. And then he lets out a terrified howl and runs into the church, closing the door behind him and locking it.
What did he say? Pool? Serre Pool?
Yep, Tser.
Oh, Sayer, not Sayer. Cool.
I don't know what that is, but I guess we'll know when we see it. What's a Serre Pool?
No clue.
Usk is going to shape back into his normal form.
Oh man, you didn't get to throw me yet.
Have we gone past any fountains on our way on this journey?
None.
Okay, there's nothing that would be considered a pool that we've seen.
No. To be fair, Barovia doesn't look like it has much in the way of that cultural facet.
I figured. I just thought I'd ask just in case.
Fair.
You know, I was expecting more resistance from Father Donovich. He just seems really scared.
His resistance seems to be in regards to Irina, mostly. Not the Burgomaster.
Did I catch that right? She's not his true?
No, she isn't.
I see.
Well, I don't know. He was like, maybe we'll see. Like, it's possible.
Oh, no, Ismark said last night that she was
No,
adopted
sorry,
into
I
their
meant
family.
the holy guy. He was like, yeah, maybe
Father
we can give her
Donovich.
a plot. Yeah,
Maybe
whatever
he
his name
thinks
was.
there's something evil within her that can be removed.
But why would
Wait,
I
that?
what?
certainly think so.
Why would that change?
What? What?
Why would that
I
change
don't know.
whether she can be buried? Surely, if she's dead, then
The evil's not there. I don't know.
Weird.
As you, by about this point, you've reached the front of the church, and you can see brother and sister standing together, both of them heavily cloaked. Irina's hood is down, the drizzle kind of coming down, and you can see the wind catches her hood and blows it a little bit. Her hair, as it blows out with the wind, you can make out the faint glitter of silver armor underneath her cloak coming up to like her neck. As far as Ismark, you can see that he's just casually holding a large battle axe in his hands. Not at the ready or anything, he's just holding it. When he sees you, kind of puts it up over his shoulder. We are ready.
And it's done.
Thank you, Irina
He
says.
showed us to your plot without much resistance. In fact, without any.
Our father deserves to be with his ancestors and at peace. He does not deserve to rot.
Yeah, no one deserves that.
I guess we'll follow you guys to the castle then?
Can I have a quick look at what you've got? Those look like fun.
What you're packing?
A3 wants to check
They
out the
are
weapons for
Our
quality
father's
stuff.
heirlooms. Yeah, and they'll show. Irina actually looks a little pleased about it. Ismark has a noble's longsword. Like looking at the sword, it's like, yeah, what I'd expect a noble prince to have or whatever. But the battle axe, you'd bet your left arm that it's dwarven made.
Ooh.
Nice.
Is there anything?
Don't go betting
any
arms.
Will he
like
share?
I've got one
inscriptions
extra.
on it? Anything?
I don't have one extra.
No. It
There's
looks.
no, like,
I mean, it's one of
identifying
those.
marks.
One more.
It's definitely mass produced, but it was clearly mass produced for probably a dwarven citadel somewhere.
Nice.
It's an older style, of course, but as for and he's wearing splint mail. As for Irina, she has only a single rapier, but it looks like it might be silvered. Pretty typical for noble garb, but as far as the armor goes, well, here, let me just show you. I like how they say
Ew.
rapier, and that's what they show in the picture.
That's not a rapier.
Fuck's
I've
sake.
got
That's
one
quite a
too.
rapier.
That's a
thick
long sword.
That is... I don't even know if that's a long sword. That looks like it might be like a broadsword.
Maybe.
It looks
It's
a little
two-handed.
short for that.
Yeah, it's a little
doesn't it?
short.
It's like a short two-handed sword, right?
Yeah,
It's an
you know what? That might be a
artist's
bastard sword.
interpretation.
I think that might be a bastard sword.
Nice. Either way, she looks dope.
Irina, if rescue you from this, would you maybe do a weapon exchange? Because I have a rapier too. Just pulls out this rubberized.
A rapier. Let me... And Ismark Hudson. Irina is not much for the combat arts. If all goes well, we would prefer to live in peace.
I thought.
Yeah,
she
hopefully we
said
won't
she
need
kicked
any
your
weapons.
ass.
I mean,
I actually
That
laughed
wasn't
at
exactly what was said.
Ismark takes 30 points of damage and will shut the hell up and back off.
psychic damage.
I was translating
Let's
that
go.
from polite to dwarven.
It's already afternoon. I think we should
Wait, before we go,
get out of here.
did anybody
Just kidding, I guess.
experience... I meant to
Jesus
ask before
Christ.
we left. Sorry, I guess I don't have to.
No, you can ask. Ask your
Come on,
question.
Cora, out
I'm
with
just
it.
trying to move.
I just wanted to know if anybody noticed anything weird last night. I was in the main area. I didn't hear any attacks or anything. Anything weird happen? I look at everyone.
Just a normal night in my head.
I woke up with like less of a sore throat. I think I wasn't snoring. I don't know why.
You weren't.
The humidity probably helped.
Maybe. That's probably not what you meant.
Strange dreams.
Dreams?
Strange dreams are a common occurrence in Barovia. that some say the devil watches us through our dreams.
Well, I
Nice.
didn't.
That works out for me.
I don't remember dreaming.
That's what
Oh,
he looks like.
you don't have dreams, right, Nova? So
How'd that work out for you last time?
What do you mean? The Devourer ain't here yet.
Right.
except when we saw him when we first got here, except for that.
Are the dreams the same every night, or
Don't
Do they vary?
remember.
Huh.
I just wake up feeling so funny. It is the stress, I suspect.
No,
Of-
this could be important. Like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? Do you remember
Yeah, what do you mean?
anything?
I don't remember.
Is she
Insight check.
lying? Insight check.
Go
Double
ahead, make an
insighted.
insight check.
You can't escape both of us, bitch.
natural 20 for 26?
Oh,
Natural
fuck.
20 for 25.
What
Are
the
you fucking
fuck?
kidding me?
Tell me the shit.
We get really
I
close
want to read her mind.
fuck?
I want to know everything.
Are you guys
I mean,
out of your goddamn
Midori is
minds?
out
What
of
the
there,
hell?
like,
20s.
Breach of fucking privacy. Jesus.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus.
The insight check is not a breach of privacy. It is reading body language.
Yeah. You notice a couple of things. One, for just a moment, that was a very uncharacteristic flash of anger that didn't entirely seem natural to Irina. Number two, when she first mentioned her dream, you noticed something with her body language.
Yep, I saw you doing it.
She was touching her neck.
I'm gonna look at
No
Nova.
idea what that
Absently.
could mean.
I'm gonna look at Nova and kind of
I kind of subtly nod to say that
wink,
I,
wink, wink.
I'm clocking it.
I love the idea that you're just yelling. Wink.
I'm gonna just like kind of say in your head, be like, I wouldn't bring attention to it yet, but we need to be wary of her just in case.
I nod for no reason in particular.
And outwardly, as soon as she snapped, Ismark was, Irina, come now, these are our friends. They are trying to help us. I'm sorry. As I said, I have not been sleeping well.
Hey,
It's okay.
It's okay.
Let's get
A lot of
moving.
us know that feeling.
Yeah,
Do we?
things like to.
Yeah, I think
come
there's a
into our
general
dreams.
consensus
Yeah,
for that
yeah,
one,
yeah.
except for A3, who always sleeps like a rock.
I mean, it's true. That's a dwarven class feature. They sleep like a rock.
Ismark, if we travel, I'd like to study you, please, just in case.
Okay.
In case I need to look like and be you for any reason in
Ah.
particular.
As long as this will not slow us down.
Nope.
We have a long walk. If we have to make
Yeah, how long of a
Castle
walk?
Ravenloft.
We have a long walk if we're going to make it to Castle Ravenloft.
When it is not raining, in good weather, assuming no
Mhm.
attacks on the road, 2 hours. On the day
Oh,
like
okay.
today, he glances at the rain. There's a distant, low rumble of thunder. Not like, the crazy horror movie rumble. Just like kind of chill, could put you to sleep rumble of thunder.
Well,
I do not
don't
trust the
have control
road.
weather, so
How long do you think it'll take us?
If we are lucky and careful, 3 hours.
Oh,
Do you
I
know there's a
devil-
Serpool on the way?
oh yeah.
What
What's
do you
a
know of Serpool?
What is that?
I saying it wrong?
Bogdanovich mentioned it.
Yeah.
I've always liked the place.
He
You
said
have, but it is dangerous. It is an encampment of Vistani.
it's dangerous.
Oh.
Why did he tell us that somebody was there that could give us hope?
What?
That's what he said. We should listen to
I
what
don't-
she says.
I don't think it's dangerous. It's... My brother has been harmed by the Vistani before. I certainly wouldn't tell them where you are bound, but they're singers and dancers and storytellers.
Oh,
It is
I'm
like
fine
a
with that.
circus or a festival.
Is it along the way to the
would
castle?
they have like things for sale?
It is not along the way. It's a little out of the way, but not far. There's a side path that goes right back up to the castle from there. Irina, you cannot
How
seriously want to
do-
go to this place. They are
I-
Vistani.
I think
Given-
it might be worth our time to go there.
Insight check on whether she's pushing to take us there for any reason other than she likes them.
Make your insight check.
Rolling at 20.
No, it's a 4 with a 1.
Oh.
Take your nat 20.
Glad somebody's making traditional style insight checks.
I mean, I'm not an insight person. I'm more of a like, hey, tell me what you know person, and that was not it.
If
I
I
mean-
wanted to, I'd be making insight checks constantly against this girl. I just don't
You're-
want to bombard the DM with insight check.
You're just
Because
all you're
that's
really
where
picking
I'm
up
at right
on
now.
is like an almost childlike excitement to see.
I
It
go
would be
along with
like
it.
seeing a festival.
I'm fully in. Medora is convinced. There's singing, music, stories, and that's her jam. So we're going. Irina lead on. And if Irina does lead on, Medora's basically going to copy her walk behind her and try and get good at mimicking her.
Yeah, Irina and Ismark will lead you onward
I
out
lo-
of the village
I-
of Sylvia.
I do the Ismark on the way.
You do the
It's just-
Ismark.
Medora and
Yeah,
Cora
whatever
just
that
both
is.
mimicking the two of them along.
Yeah, I do the Ismark.
So here's the village.
Map.
Fortunately, there's kind of not much in the way of a path split to worry about.
Brings back memories.
The castle up here.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let
Which
me
is about
see.
1,000 feet overhead.
Oh, so we gotta go winding through the
Up the
oh,
mountain.
Wow. It's all
Yep.
kinds of windy.
It is an uphill road.
Cool.
So
Lovely.
yeah.
So did you say we're here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
And we're going here.
Well,
No,
that is the
going
Serre Pool,
Here.
Here.
but that's the Serre Pool.
Wait, how is that out of the way? It's literally alongside the
So,
road.
It's not easy to tell, but the actual main road goes like here. That's the main
Oh.
road,
Oh.
Oh, they look
We're
like
taking a shortcut then.
which goes up to the like the bridge here is actually
Mhm.
up like 1,000 feet, whereas this is at the river below.
So
So it
presumably
doesn't
This
we
path is
connect.
going to be extremely steep.
Okay.
That's okay.
We've done cliff
We've
That's
got
a
climbing
rugged
legs.
before.
hiking trail. You're like,
We're-
oh, I can do that, and
We've
And
been
then
to
we're all
the
gonna
air
slide
node.
back down to
you're
the
gonna
bottom.
get to the top and feel like death. But that's fine,
I'm going
Fine,
snowboarding
that's what
again
short
on a
rests are
shield.
for.
right?
My face didn't
As
like it last
you
time.
follow the road, let's see. Do I have anything that isn't so?
Sinister
Can I
inside.
request the Chocobo music from Final Fantasy?
You're welcome to request it. I'm not going to do it, but oh no, things aren't anywhere near as cheerful as that.
Yes, they are. Shut
Uh,
up.
About 30 minutes out, you come to a bridge and a river. The river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. The bridge itself looks to be about 150 feet in length and stone. The edges of the rails of the bridge in places have crumbled, leaving just kind of gaps in it. And if you go up to those gaps, you can see that it's about a 30-foot fall into the river below. There's a skull about 3/4 of the way along the bridge, just lying all on its own. A human skull near the middle of the bridge.
Bleached, like sun. Well, there's not much sun.
I mean, it's
Clean,
there
like
is still
Is that-
rain
is it
coming down,
clean?
so
Is it clean?
it
Or
is.
is it like-
I mean, there's a little
okay.
bit of mud on it, but otherwise,
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no flesh on it.
there's no
though.
flesh on it. Yeah.
Do you guys see that? That's
Let's keep going.
probably fine, right?
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
This is a good
If
specimen. Usk is gonna crouch down and like pick it up, looking, tuck it into like his bag.
What?
You can make good things out of bones.
Guess we keep going.
I could make a staff to rival your own, though this would Be more suitable for a mace, I think.
Well, I mean, that's
Ooh.
somebody. Oh,
I like that idea.
Literally just a bone, Cora.
yeah, but that was somebody's bone.
Cora,
Be
think
respectful.
maybe
Now
we
it's
could-
just a
Cora-
bone.
Cora, maybe we can argue about this not on the bridge of crumbliness.
Hey, I haven't stopped walking.
As you guys continue, the road passes into towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy gray mist. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. And as you continue along, 30 minutes becomes 60. The drizzle lets up to become more of a cloudy overcast. You're still walking in moisture, and the ground is muddy. The rain has stopped. Sunlight, nah. You hear something creaking ahead as a chill wind blows down from the high ground to the west. And rounding the bend, you see an old wooden gallows. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, Sayre Pool to the northwest, and Castle Ravenloft to the southwest. The northwest fork slants downward and disappears into the forest, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, you see a low wall crumbling in places, partially enclosing a small plot of graves shrouded in fog. What do you do?
Ithri's gonna check the southwest path for signs of foot or not human foot traffic.
Go ahead and make me a survival check. Excuse me.
I'll check the graves out.
Oh,
Okay.
I rolled like garbage. That's a 9.
9. It's muddy. You can't really get a sense of the traffic going through here, other than there is traffic. But
Medora would like to do a check for the ravens.
there is a lone raven in a tree along the northwest pass, just staring at E3.
E3.
Mhm.
What
Hello.
what stories
Hello.
do your people have of ravens?
A few.
Any that look like that one?
I mean, a raven's a raven. There's no like.
Do they usually just stare at people?
In stories or in real life?
Both.
Yeah. They're really clever. Like, there's some ravens will like drop nuts on traffic where horses go past so they get trampled and they can access inside the show and stuff. So
Wait.
maybe.
Maybe
Alpha.
if it,
Didn't you
Um,
say there were ravens watching us?
Yep. The whole time.
Medora's gonna fish out a bit of rations and just be like, "Hey, do you want something?"
I don't think they're clever enough to speak common.
Make an animal handling check.
Another thing I'm so good at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
That
missed Bean.
Nearly a nat 20. Can we just that's a 9.
A 9.
Very near.
Yeah, that is
actually.
close to a natural 20.
I mean, it landed with a natural 20 and then was like, psych.
And what are you doing with the rations? Are you like
Just
holding it or putting it
literally
down
just-
somewhere? Just holding it?
No, I'm just holding out the rations. Although if it doesn't fly down, she's just gonna be like, put it on a rock and then step back a bit.
It doesn't fly down until you put it on. When you say rock, I'll assume you put it on like part of the waist high wall, the crumbling wall around the grave plot.
Yeah, just she would put it down
It actually
somewhere
does.
dryish and then
It does
step
fly
back.
down. It grabs the ration and then flies off into the forest.
Hey,
Do I lose sight of
nice.
it?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Cora, you were kind of wandering among the gravestones. You'd have seen there
Yeah.
are 11, but they're all blank.
They're all blank.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any
Unmarked.
recent? Or are they all pretty same?
Doesn't seem like there's any that are too recent. But I will
Do you
note the
think-
entire time you're here, aside from the bone-chilling wind, there is a constant sound of creaking of the rope on the gallows. Just reminding you that it's there.
The wind have voices still.
No.
Okay.
I don't like this place.
I don't either.
It is from a rebellion. There was, well, I was a boy. There was a wizard who came into the Barovian village. He claimed that he would destroy the devil and took some of the villagers with him. This is all that remains.
The wizard is here too?
Or worse.
Did the wizard have a name, or?
I do not know. As I
Huh?
said, I was but a child.
No, but fair enough.
Okay. So
We keep going and you can tell us as we move.
You are sure you are set on visiting the Serre Pool?
They sound great to me.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really trust that father guy, but
well, we might be able to learn some information.
If nothing else, the Vistani travel all throughout these parts and outside. It's said they can even come and go through the mist.
would
Maybe
that
that can
imply
be
that they're
like-
working for the person who controls the mist then?
Sometimes they work for the devil, sometimes not.
So,
Maybe we can figure out another way out.
How do they control the mist?
It is a secret known only to the Vistani.
I wonder.
Perhaps
Let's
they
go.
will tell us. Perhaps they will tell you. For my part, I think it would be best if I and my sister kept our heads down. And you guys continue northwest then, or southwest?
North?
north.
Northwest. All right, the low road it is. Into the forest.
As we go, if I see any more ravens, I'd like to try and keep putting rations down.
Okay, sure.
But she's doing it in a very much like a possibly wouldn't get approved kind of way. So she's like a little Hansel and Gretel kind of
Leaving
Mhm.
breadcrumbs?
breadcrumbs.
Do me a favor, make another animal handling check.
That was a nat 1 for 2.
2. Okay.
You throw like a whole loaf of
I
You
am
bread.
do
not
see-
allowed a pet in this game, apparently.
At one point, you do see a raven again, and as soon as you see it, you don't know how, but you're sure it's the same one. And it flies down like 6 feet in front of you and drops something on the ground in front of you and then flies away into the trees.
That means it likes you.
What did it drop?
You want to check that out?
Yep.
It's something small. You reach down to touch it and it's a little squishy. When you pick it up,
I'd kind of like to disguise that I'm doing this as like adjusting my shoes or something.
okay. Well, as you turn it around, it is an eyeball.
Nice.
You're welcome.
What would,
Midori's just like, cool.
Great.
okay. Make a deception check. We'll see if anyone else notices if you have any visible reaction here
That's
or
a
not.
24.
Okay,
Gosh.
well, that lines up. The reaction is on. You're like, okay, that's
I'm
probably
like-
a human eyeball. Okay.
She's
Just-
in her head gone, maybe that's a sign. Because obviously dreams and stuff. So she's just kind of gone, I have favor. Just puts it in her pocket and puts some rations down in its place and keeps going.
Okay. All right, sure. As you guys continue onward, the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. You see 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, all of which are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 bridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. You see a footpath which continues beyond the encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. What do you do?
I'll just not sneakily start walking up to them.
Okay.
Is there any signs that they would expect or appreciate or desire visitors, like you would see at a carnival kind of thing?
Admittedly, it's not full carnival here, but given like there's no like sentries, there's no palisade, you do get the sense that they welcome visitors.
But there's no like
But you don't see games
get
or
your
whatever.
corn on the cob here or that kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
Yummy.
There's probably not
Coconut
enough of them.
shy.
You actually only make out about 12 humans who are around the fire. And they're just kind of talking, drinking. You can see 3 who are back by the wagons, 2 of them seated in the wagon, legs kind of hanging over, while the third is just leaning on a tree, like the 3 of them talking, laughing.
Can I approach the ones playing music and basically kind of raise an eyebrow and then try and play along with?
Hello, friend, join the song. And like they welcome it right away. Like they're waving to you. Yeah, play. Several of them are like starting to, they don't even acknowledge that you're new here. It's like you were already here. Make a performance check.
This is
10.
nice.
10.
That's a 10 on performance. It was a 2 + 8.
You know what's happening? This is because you acknowledged the bad rolls of other games, and now Roll20 is like, yeah,
I'm
you
so
want to see
fine
bad
with
rolls?
this.
You want to see bad rolls?
Medora's
Here.
having an off day.
Uh,
I blame Nova for interrupting her dreams, obviously.
the eyeball juice is getting in the way of you playing.
the
Nice.
the style of music they're playing is very different from what you're accustomed to. Like, I imagine you've always played like very island oriented music or like tropical culture music, whereas this is almost like to put it in real world terms, like Eastern European music. It's very violin heavy. It's very like melancholy while also being happy but bitter, if that makes sense. If you've heard any kind of Romani music, you know what I'm talking about. It's very catchy but dark, which just every time you think you've got the hang of it, it's like these musicians are intentionally changing the music, like they're playing with you a little bit at your expense. But everyone's laughing and having a good time, so maybe that's the point. Maybe that's all that matters. And as Medora immediately starts performing with these Vistani, and several of them are like clapping and like joining in with the rhythm. 2 two of the ladies start dancing with bright rainbow-hued scarves. What do the rest of you do?
I look at the group and I look at Medora. And then I'll shrug and I'll go over to the ladies and start dancing with them. I'm
Okay.
blending in.
Okay. Nova?
A3.
E3?
No, Nova first. A3 is going to
Ether?
stick with Ismark. Are the Ismark and I've forgotten her name. Brain fart.
Irina.
Irina, that's the one. I was like Isabel, but it's not. Ismark and Irina, are they sticking close
Well,
together?
They were. That was Ismark's intention, and to kind of hang back and like make pursed lips at everything, and be the proverbial pooper of parties. Irina, though, giggles and rushes toward the musicians and joins in the dance with Ismark. Now, Irina, what?
A3's gonna stick with his Ismark and keep an eye on people's reaction to her, Irina.
Okay. It seems like there's just delight as she joins the group. And Ismark is just going to somberly. Foolish girl. She'll be the death of us all. And he's going to slowly meander in that direction, but still kind of keeping at the edge. He would never join in the fun. We don't do fun in Barovia. But
fuck that.
He can't quite hide a slight smile at the beaming joy Irina is obviously exuding.
So, does anyone show any signs of recognition, or is it just enthusiasm?
Make an insight check.
I'm great at insight.
Nat 20, baby.
You actually called it. Nat 20 for 21.
The Vistani
amazing.
all like play very chill, very like unconcerned, but you definitely get the vibe. Oh, they know who she is. They know damn well who she is. You don't get a sense of malice per se from them, nor do you get a sense of surprise from them.
Cora's gonna grab Irina's hands and just be dancing and doo-doo-doo, having a good time.
Okay. How about you, Nova?
I think I think I'm trying to keep a neutral face. Just kind of keep an eye on everything around us, like stuff outside the camp. Like I'm just very nervous, but I don't want to appear nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to come across as very like, all right, we're here, but I don't want to mess with anything here.
Okay. Usk is probably going to stay near. Kind of, he's also one of those we don't do fun people.
It's not a don't do fun. It's a like, yeah.
More important.
I mean, he would fit in. He really should be hanging out with Ismark and E3
Yeah.
right now, to be honest. But
I think I'm gonna nudge him to go do that. Be like, you should join your. You look just like it.
Lads on Grumpy Tour.
Okay, wow. Seems a little harsh.
I mean, when was the last time you danced in a circle and frolicked around?
I don't dance like this. My dance is the hunt.
I know.
The smells are too strong in a place like this.
You smell anything strange on Irina?
Let me go check.
Do not take this the wrong way, Nova. But humans have a tendency to smell similar when they've been on the road.
Good point. It's just that there's something weird going on with her. And I don't know. She kind of put a hand to her neck when she was talking about her dreams. Not really sure why. I didn't know. To her neck. Like.
Ooh, I rolled an 18. Hang on.
Heyo! NPCs! I'm just really nervous about
alarming.
her.
understand that I am not your commander here or your hunt leader, but I would ask if the opportunity should arise, Nova. Try to see if there is a mark on her neck,
What kind of mark?
a bite.
Anything in particular? A bite?
You will know it if you see it.
Okay.
It is probably nothing, but I've been listening to many of these tales of the devil. I have some suspicions, but it is better not to give voice until I can confirm.
Right, since it might be listening and all.
Oh, yes. At that point,
Speaking of,
yes.
while Cora's dancing with her, I want to try to see if I can get a look at her neck while we're dancing. And
That's right.
kind of
You saw it too. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What do you want me to roll something?
Perception.
Oh, okay. I'm not very good at perception. Just kidding. 16.
Yeah.
I'm
The
taking
problem
the
is
observant feat.
with what she's wearing, and it occurs to you that last night she was wearing a scarf, which made it impossible to see her neck.
Mhm.
Today she's wearing that cloak, and even though she dances and seems happy enough, a combination of the armor, the chainmail under the armor, and the cloak cover her neck just a little too well.
Son of a. Okay.
But as you guys are doing this, and I would say Junko probably wouldn't join in the dancing, but she would take a seat with the other Vistani sitting around the fire. And kind of like is checking out, are they drinking tea? Anyone have any tea? No. And is going to like get her own kettle out and set it over their fire. Getting only one strange look from one of them. The rest of them are like, whatever, teas, drink. One of the Vistani, though, stands and raises his hands. And as he does, the musicians, quiet, and like they back off on the music, changing to something that's a little more accompanying. And like gesturing to Medora to do the same, if you are willing.
Yeah, she's probably like half a bar behind, but
okay.
Yeah.
And now I shall tell you a tale. And like all the laughter and chatter hushes. The tale of the mighty wizard who came to this land many years ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you stand now, and he points right at E3. And like everybody's just staring at E3.
E3's a wizard.
A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle in mass. But when the devil appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. But the wizard and the vampire, they casting spells at each other, and their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But then the devil fell upon him, and the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him throwing 1,000 feet to his death, and I am climbing down to the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if he had anything of value. And like all the others like, hey.
Midoriya is nodding along with that too.
But the river Iblis had already spirited him away. For join the spirits he already had. And there's like applause from some of the Vistani around. Visitors, honored guests of Madame Eva, you are expected.
We are?
You are.
Oh. Did someone tell you we were coming?
Madame Eva always knows. It is what she does. She knows things. She knows all. She knows your future. You are coming now to the tent, yes?
Yeah. Guys,
Yes.
I think that's who we're supposed to talk to.
But before you do, I am Stanimir, and if you enjoyed my show tonight, if you enjoyed the story I have told you, perhaps you can spare a few pennies for a humble Vistana. And he'll set his hat down between like, the tent and
I'll pop a gold in there.
Thank you.
Is there
Thank you.
anyone who's paying particular attention to anyone in our group? Like,
It seems
other
like-
than, like, not just a general, like, they're new here, but like a targeted attention.
Make an insight check.
I dropped some money in there.
21.
21. So, number one, it seems like things went from, oh yeah, chill party, to the entire fucking camp is staring at you five. You would notice that not a single one of you five is not being stared at. But you notice that the elders among this group, the oldest Vistani present, are all staring specifically at you.
How many of them are there?
3.
The elders? 3 elders?
Mhm.
Did they, I mean, they're just watching? They don't
Just
have,
watching.
like,
Yeah, no,
a certain expression on their face
no
or
vibe.
anything?
No vibe. Just
No
interest.
vibes, no vibes.
They're
Just
just vibing.
interest.
I kind of make eye contact with them for a little bit.
You're not going to win a staring contest with a Vistana, I'll tell you that.
No, I just want to try to, like, take them in and know, like, what they look like and stuff.
As you're looking, I need you to make a charisma saving throw. 2 men, 1 woman, but the older woman is almost giving you a sort of evil eye, like a...
That's a spell! No!
Charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just seeing if I have stuff.
I
No,
dropped 10 gold
no.
in his hat, by the way.
Ooh,
Did you get
10 gold.
19?
19.
Yep.
pretty good?
Okay.
19.
Nice.
She spits
19.
on the ground and mutters something in the Vistani tongue.
Bitch.
It's probably, you're pretty sure it's just superstition, but it sort of has the vibe of like a folk curse.
She was trying to curse me
What a bitch! Told you evil eye
Why?
was a spell!
because I wasn't dancing. Can I? How far away is she from me?
Like 30 feet.
Gonna curse her back.
Here. Maybe
No,
this will help.
I'm just gonna. In her head, she'll
Ooh.
just hear, "Well, that was rude."
She spits again and starts yammering in Vistana. And a couple of the youngers like come up like, oh, Nana, what's wrong? You know,
And I'll just say, "Apologize if I've offended you."
she doesn't say anything to you.
I don't think she knows she can, so.
Stanimir's like, come to Madame Eva. This way, visitors.
I grab one more little treat from the fire and I follow him.
Okay. Are all 5 of you going in?
It's just a tent.
It's the one
what?
that's labeled with the arrow.
I
The
make
labeled
sure
tent.
I bring Irina
Who's
with
Madame
me.
Eva?
Before we go into the tent, has anyone appeared out of the mist into the camp?
No, doesn't seem like it.
Irina,
And
come on.
has
Go.
has he got his hat with the money in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
My share?
He smiles dazzlingly. You already have it.
And what would that be?
Hang on, I want to think of the word for it. Recognition.
He said, "We'll pay you an exposure."
Exposure.
I have
Dance off.
20,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah, these guys are those type of performers. You gotta love that.
Freaking influencers.
Should have had payment up front.
But if you would like, I can include you in our business proposal for selling of the silver knives. It is good business. Yes. And you would work for me, and if you get people to work for you, you will have good business too.
No.
I've heard of things like this. This sounds like a pyramid scheme. Not that I know what a pyramid
There are no
is.
pyramids. No,
No
pyramids.
pyramids here.
Only knives and money. But perhaps we
No.
talk after you talk to Madame
It's
Eva,
not
no?
pyramid. It's a multi-tiered marketing
Strategy.
Do I have to hand out flyers to people's tents? Why do I need to speak with her? My
It is
friends have got this.
expected.
But they...
It must be all of you. Come. It will be fun. It is fun. No? You like fun.
Insight check for any ill intention.
Go ahead, yeah.
Be like, yeah,
13.
it's totally a pyramid scheme. Yeah.
You don't get any sense of ill intent. Just, you are getting the vibe that though they all have friendly faces, they're not asking. They're telling you.
Mm.
Medora will follow him to the tent, but
Oh,
she
he's not
just...
leading you. He's just gesturing to the... he's kind of between the campfire. He's about halfway between the campfire and the
Did
tent.
he say what she did? I'm sorry.
He said she would tell your futures
Tell your futures.
and that she's expecting you.
Medora
Yeah,
is
sure,
going
let's go
to walk towards the tent to join the others, and on her way is basically just going to play some sort of like rebellious sounding sea shanty that's like, I don't like this.
Okay.
Fine.
Make another performance check.
It's her own music.
I will give you guidance.
That's an 11.
Add a D4.
Add a D4.
Yes. I just will kind of.
That's a 4 on that D4. Thanks very much.
That's a
15. Okay.
15 total.
So it actually doesn't come across as like petulant child. It comes across as like diva who knows who's calling them on their fucking bluff and is leaving on her own fucking terms.
But they would have to
Hell
confirm
yeah.
it if they wanted to call me on calling their bluff. So
Mhm.
Medora's
E3,
being
would you
sassy,
say
I'm
you give
sorry.
any resistance to going in?
No, not at all.
No?
I think the only thing E3 is going to do is make sure that no fingers end up in purses that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That's where E3's attention is.
Same.
Valid. Hurtful, but valid, because there is a point where you're like, swat little hands away.
Is it like adult hands or child hands?
It is child hands.
Oh, okay, that's fine. They'll just get told off and not smacked.
I'm just
with a
thinking of
hammer.
all of the things that people do in touristy areas to try to pick your pocket now.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Oh yeah, and there's totally like one of the dancers is like, oh, I dropped my scarf. Will you picking it up for me?
Anyone throwing a baby at me? Because that's a scheme.
Oh, the
That's fun.
scarf dance.
But no, you're able to keep your money in check. There is one
Not
little...
just mine, but I'm eyes on
Right.
everyone else's money as well. Yeah.
There is maybe one little snag.
The
The
elder murders me.
Vistani who's like kind of guarding the front of her tent, who's letting you guys in, is like, no Ismark the Lesser.
Well, that's a very rude
No
Why?
thing.
Irina Kalyana.
Why?
No Lizard Man.
Again, why?
He doesn't answer, just glares. And he's a big one. He's a big boy. Probably
Just Big
not
human.
on par with E3 in terms of like
Probably
capability,
height.
but
Height.
definitely someone who's accustomed to. He's a bouncer. It's okay. I will keep an eye on them.
I just wanted any kind of answer to make sure it was, being polite. It's not hard.
Madam Eva expects.
Dramatic chord goes in.
There must be less words in there than expected. Are you guys okay waiting outside?
Usk repeats, I will keep an eye on them. And
Sorry,
Ismark,
Irina.
I would prefer, to be honest, that we not engage in this stunning trickery.
Irina,
I think it's fun.
I'll tell you all about what I see in there, okay?
Please do, thank you.
Is there like an entrance fee or? This is to
He
the.
just-
Don't ask.
Don't
Don't
like a
ask.
tip.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna kind of like, just they want you to stop talking and go on, get on.
Yeah,
The Vistani are starting to get a little more
Ithri's
brusque.
very well aware. He's just being polite.
You're
sass.
getting under their skin, absolutely, and you get that impression.
Wait, do you need a tip? Okay, I'll just
Here's a
go in.
copper. Head in.
Funny how it all changed. But inside, magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As she speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived. Yeah. Sit down, children. Sit down. Sit down, Novacree of Tiger Hill. Sit down, E3 of Clan Darkhammer.
By the way,
Sit
first time
down.
you guys have heard that.
Yep.
Sit
I look at it.
down, Medora, orphan of the sea. Sit down, Junko, lost heir of a nation never your own.
Dude, she be
Sit
scrying on us.
down, Cora, dearest. Cora, daughter of a lost people. Cora. Solaris.
She sits down.
already sat. Yeah, A3 was already sat.
I bet
I'm
on
not.
on like name drop, it's
Nope.
like pff, into the seat.
I'm gonna stand by the entrance. I don't like this. I'm very nervous.
Is
don't want to
that
insult her, but-
impolite child of dreams? Should I have invited but Nova? Or should I separate child from quarry? She's staring at you with eerily shrewd eyes.
Aren't you perceptive? I will reluctantly sit down at the back of the room.
It takes good eyesight to perceive so many futures.
How? What? How do you know our names?
I am Madam Eva, fortune teller, child. Fortune teller and seer, for I see all. Your mistakes, your dreams, your whispers, and your futures.
Or is this you?
I should have just came to you sooner. I mean, I had so many questions.
The future is harsh and cold. She does not speak in ways we always like, but she does not lie. And few, I think, can say as much. Now I am telling of your fortunes. And from the depths of her robes, you see she's pulled forth a deck of cards and set them on the table in front of her. This is why I'm asking for your sitting.
Okay.
This is why you are here. Would you know what awaits you in Castle Ravenloft?
Oh, we're hoping just to have a chat.
I like not knowing.
Changes all the time anyways, so what's the point in knowing?
Your future is already spun. You cannot change it. All
That is
you can
most
do
certainly not
is
true.
know what comes and be prepared. Or not. Or
But
perhaps you can change it.
What's
but
it
only
gonna-
if you know.
What's it gonna hurt? Let's just listen. I've always wanted to see this. So
I mean, you shouldn't put any merit behind it, because the future is not set in stone.
She starts
okay,
setting cards
I'll just
down.
watch.
Sets cards down in a pattern of 5.
Oh, what? Cool. I love this shit.
And
In real life, it's fun.
Myth loves it. Medora hates this.
there are multiple cards. I only did that for the one because I think yeah, it's 3
3 cards in each pile.
in each pile. Yeah.
Are we picking piles?
No, she's actually already decided.
Oh,
She smiles at Cora. And
This
as she
is
smiles,
be
you can see that
spooky,
most of
isn't
her
it?
teeth are rotting. She flips the first card. Did I do this right? I
I
did.
don't know, did he?
She flips the
see
first
one.
card and sets it in front of Cora. This card is a symbol of great power. It tells of a powerful force for good and protection against the forces of darkness.
sounds good.
She draws your second card. I think I got these ordered wrong. Sets it. There we go. The Thief. This is a false card and must be ignored, though the thief will not allow you to escape him entirely. Once the thief has chosen its mark, it never lets go until it has claimed what it desires.
Okay, but you said to ignore that. That doesn't sound like something I should ignore.
And then she draws the third card. The Broken One. Search amid the ruins in a place of supplication where the pure at heart commune. Gems and coins buy weapons and armor, but your swords here shall be diamond sharp. This, young Solaris, is your future. And she gestures to all of you. And all of your hope for great power of good. Her gaze shifts to Medora. Shall I tell your future?
I'm alright. You can use someone else if you want.
No, I think I'm going to tell it anyway. You can listen if you like.
Yeah, I wasn't really asking.
I was just being polite.
And she gives you a very nasty smile.
I like to ride the wave of the sea. That's how I go.
She sets a card in front of you. I'm assuming you're kind of like trying to ignore her and
They're like looking as away as possible, but still like like she hears the card hit the table and she's like,
got it. It is the wizard. And now you get the vibe she's talking to the rest of you almost more than Medora. Like Medora is almost only here for her
Dracon.
to.
I miss him so much. I'm sorry.
This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient may help you understand your foe. She draws a second card. The tax collector. Avoid her, or she will ask more than you can give. At first you may keep up, but if you play her rigged game, you will always lose. And then she draws flips your third and final card, Medora. The Executioner. Oh, but this is a bad sign.
of course it is.
This is the very heart of darkness, its home, its source. It is evil's center and life. It is the one place to which she must return. Yes.
Me? She who?
She. Oh, but I thought you did not care for your future.
I just out of interest.
Perhaps at the next reading.
She moves on.
Handsome E3.
He is
progeny of a grand legacy. Touch your cards, that they may speak truly of you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes,
you do it?
The cards. Yeah.
All right, she flips your first card. The Warrior. This card is good for you. It is a card of power and strength. The Victor's card. It tells of a weapon of light. A weapon with a vengeance. She flips your second card. The Elementalist. The Fingers of the Hand, number 5, keeping this card at bay. Beware the powers of chaos, especially when you believe they are under your control. Chaos cannot be controlled by you.
That's okay.
And then your final card.
I'm so into this.
The Donjon. This is the highest card and points to a place of dizzying heights. The road winds ever upward and evil awaits you. A dark shadow of evil is cast over that place. You fight under its influence here, but fight you must if you would seek victory. She turns to Junko.
Thank you, Skald.
I'm so sad Ava's not here for this.
She's been through this before, so...
that's true. I forgot she played this already.
Without waiting, like, kind of a little bit into this, Junko's just going to reach out and touch the cards like E3 did. Like this? Yes, the cards will speak as honestly as they can to one of such duplicitous values as yourself.
Oh, rude.
The road.
Whoa, what a shock.
This is the object of your search. Ah, I see darkness and evil behind this card. It is a powerful force whose enemy is light and whose powers are beyond mortality. And Junko starts to ask questions. Save your questions. I will answer none. The Myrmidon. One hero alone cannot prevail. The wise child will not forget. And she draws Junko's final card. The Artifact.
Oh.
Seek a carefully hidden place of great worldly wealth. I see a blazing fire protecting the place. Your swords and sticks will act only reluctantly here. We are done. You may go.
Wait, what? That's... I didn't get one?
Wait, yeah. Nobody gets
You?
one.
She glances at you as though there isn't a fifth set of cards on the table.
Alright, well then, that's
You
fine.
wish for your future to be told?
Interest to see your interpretation, and I'll have my invisible mage hand, like, move the cards on the table.
It may not be what you want to hear.
Well, that wouldn't be anything new, I think.
Good. Then you've begun to accept. She flips the card. The Dark Lord.
Never mind, I don't want this anymore.
Too late. No take-backsies. And here is the root card. Out of darkness and chaos. This card finds the reason and foundation for darkness and chaos. This card shows the purpose of all things. It is the key to life and death and else beyond.
Okay. I like freeze a little bit at that one.
The hooded one.
Fuck you.
He stands aside and will not interfere. I wonder if he would, however, were he but free of his shackles. And the final card.
I feel like these are very targeted.
The Horseman. Not yet, but soon, one who appears to be your friend will become your enemy. This is your future. This is your fate. She's like looking at all of you, even Medora, who she's finally acknowledging again. You cannot change what the cards have told you, but perhaps you can add another to your future. Perhaps the fates can be convinced of mercy. Perhaps the fates, she looks at Medora, can be controlled. Go then to Castle Ravenloft. Face your future. And remember my words.
Can I ask a question unrelated to the castle?
She looks to you.
Ithri's going to ask in Dwarven. If
I don't speak that.
no, If you are Skuld, then you know that Ragnarok has moved closer. Is there anything I can do? And see if she responds.
In common, she responds,
Oh, fuck.
"The end comes, one way or another. We cannot fight the divine, but perhaps the divine can fight for us."
Thank you.
You have an important place in the future of your people, E3 Darkhammer. A place you would not be able to carry were it not for the weight you have put upon your clan. Go with head held high, for your choices have given the world hope. You may go.
Thank you. Ithri will leave.
One thing before I go.
That was some good shit.
Everyone's gonna be like, one more thing.
Do the cards
So she's gonna
speak
start
for
charging you.
everybody?
Everybody they are commanded to speak for.
May I?
She gestures like a go ahead.
So I take all the cards, shuffle them, as only a pro would, as a pirateer who's definitely probably gambled a bit, and I offer them back to her and see which she would take.
Shuffle. Give me a second to shuffle. All right. She sets a card down. We're off the edge of the map here because I don't know what I'm going to draw.
Whoa, I love it.
Oops. Hang on. I don't think I shuffled it. Wait.
Oh, you just
Recall-
jumped the horse mafia, bro.
Okay.
I mean, as the GM, if you want to turn them the other way up and do the
No.
story.
Here we go. Okay. Oh,
Wow!
Oh shit.
she
I'm evil.
no.
lays a card down.
Fuck.
The Necromancer. Are you satisfied, child?
Do you not need two more?
I know my future.
And is that good or evil?
What is good and evil?
I mean,
It is truth.
you seem to have assigned myself and Junko to a darker path.
I
Your
want to speak up and
paths
say
are
that there's a
determined
lot
by
of
the
dark
future.
paths.
It was not I who decided you should barter with forces beyond your comprehension. It was not I, she looks at Junko, who was like trying to slink out and like, oh. It was not I who decided you should make a life of ending lives, or better still, fight against the destiny that so many have chosen for you. You've chosen your own destinies, and the cards simply offer you truths about them. I do not command what the cards show. I simply speak for them.
So what
If
does
you
the
do not-
necromancer tell me about you?
It tells you that I should not be trifled with. That I come from a dark lineage of power and despair.
Why do you
And
want
that
us to
not
know?
all things are as they seem.
My bad. I didn't
Go
realize she was talking.
Medora's just
Now
gonna
she's done.
stand up
I'm sorry.
and just go,
I'm so sorry.
that's everybody I meet, and just walk out and leave next person to questioning.
I was just gonna ask her why did you want us to know our futures? What difference does it make?
The difference is a bump in a circle. When a wagon is riding in the same circuit again and again, one bump can change the course forever.
I thought they were set in stone.
Well,
How can...
with ignorance, they certainly are.
But knowing changes the outcome?
That is for you to determine.
No, I'm pleased with it. Let's go.
Just gonna glance at Cora. And you?
Thank you for the reading. And she's gonna get up and leave without asking anything. Which
Wow,
is weird
that
for
is
Cora.
Shock.
that is crazy.
Trust yourself, child. Trust your light. Or don't.
Okay.
Laughter
Shuffle, shuffle.
echoing through the camp as you guys exit. And you can see Usk is still with Ismark, who looks sullen, and Irina, who's sulking, staring longingly at the fortune-telling tent. They both kind of stand up in excitement as you approach. And as you depart from the Sayre pool, they start like playing like, tell me everything. What did she tell you? What was your future? And so on. And that's where we're going to pause to take our break.
Yo, it was fucked up.
Yeah, where?
Fun bit of trivia, by the way. Cards are randomly generated, and they determine the course of the adventure, giving this adventure almost
Those
limitless
cards were-
replayability.
Those
That's
cards were
cool.
randomly generated?
That's cool considering what we got.
And
Those
it
cards were
determines, like-
randomly generated?
Yep.
You're lying to me.
I'm not. It determines
no.
where you saw the deck. I literally just pulled it out. It determines where things will be, what plots will be. It literally determines what the bad guy of the adventure is out to do. I
Isn't
don't
that
even know
fun?
that going into the adventure until this moment. So
So you're
Are
telling
you
me
kidding
that
me?
Nova getting a card that's like your friend's going to become your enemy when we've got drama going on. You've got tax
Okay,
collector Medora. who's
I've got no
gentle-
drama.
No,
You got
well,
drama. That's not me.
Medora's got drama. Myth loves you.
the only
Forget
thing that is
that.
not
Hooded
randomly
one?
generated
What the
is
fuck?
the bottom one. It says you have to have priest, rogue, wizard,
Horseman.
warrior, and dark lord.
Oh,
and you assign
I see.
each of the 4 core classes to a character who most closely represents it.
Makes
And the
sense.
Dark Lord goes
Interesting.
to either a randomly generated leftover PC or whatever you have available.
And how
But
upset
But
are you
everything
by
after that
Necromancer?
is randomly generated.
That's cool.
Hooded
I'm a
one
Dark
and
Lord.
horseman.
Right. I need
I know,
tea
that was way
and-
too good.
So,
have my
chat, we will
brain
see you in a few
implode.
minutes. I'd encourage you to stretch, hydrate, and come back, and we'll see some castles.
We're live.
Hello again.
My butt is ready.
Again.
It's still,
Still.
ready.
There's not, there's
Oh
not,
my
there's
God.
not ever been unready.
Okay. On that note, you begin making your way up the steep slope. The entire way, Irina is like, "What did she tell you? Was she a real fortune teller? Did you learn anything? Did she tell you the future?"
I'm just shooting looks at E3 and Junko like, remember what we talked about and not
So-
revealing too much about
I
ourselves.
totally tell her everything about my fortune.
The problem with fortune tellers is they if they're even real, they tell you the things that they're not like, oh, here's what's going to happen and then this and then this. They're like, they tell you the things that when it happens you go, oh, that's what they were talking about. Well, that wasn't useful until it happened. So
Well, yes, but that's the fun. You're supposed to guess and figure it out.
Okay, well,
What
here's
she told
mine.
you before.
I think she was telling me to go to the top of a tower, but other than that, I'm not really.
A tower.
Top
Yeah.
of a tower. In the castle Ravenloft. That does
She
not
didn't
seem
say.
like wisdom to me.
She said top of a tower, evil, 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 evil.
And on that note, like looking up, almost straight up. You guys can see the castle up there. It's like right up there, set against the lightish gray, cloudy sky.
So you know how when you read those children's stories and there's like a princess locked up in the tallest tower and the highest peak of the castle, and that one probably. Not that that I wasn't told there'd be a princess, but
So, when we go in, should we do the disguising thing or save that?
I've got a confession. I don't really know what's going on.
Well,
No, I'm gonna be honest, me either.
if they want to kill, we'll protect them, but it'll be harder if they don't know which one is which. I'm hoping we could just talk, but,
Well, it sounded like this devil was after Irina, so I thought the idea was to dress as her
Irina?
or disguise as her. I thought that's what you said.
No.
Did you not say that? No,
No.
the other
I thought
way
they were
around?
all
My
the other
bad,
way
my
around.
bad.
I would protect Irina, but I believe the devil is after me. Irina will be after I have fallen.
Have you guys ever been to the castle, or?
No, never. Once as a boy. I did not, I accompanied my father. I waited in the entrance hall and I saw nothing.
But
So we'll follow you
your
to the
father
entrance hall.
came to talk to him, though, right? So,
On Barovian business, yes.
but you don't remember anything, really.
I did not experience anything. There was nothing to remember. My father did not speak of what transpired, save only once when he was quaking in terror. He expressed that, well, those times are past.
Okay. Well,
So,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, we make it up. You know the way to the entrance, but we make it up after we... I mean, maybe there's just someone to ask to speak to the master, right?
Yeah. I think we should just go in, try to be honest, maybe get a deal. Let's just talk. And then if it goes bad, we'll figure it out from there. Yes.
Oh, Cora?
Yeah?
You're not like... There's no one on... Is there something that you want vengeance for?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Insight check. I'm just kidding.
No, that's
Oh, but I
probably
think
is.
Loki does.
Let's not mention... Three's like looking at the two random
The two
weirdos
people that we shouldn't tell our entire
we
life
shouldn't be
story to
telling
in
our
case they
secrets
betray
to.
us. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's...
sorry.
E3.
Are we?
As you say this, there's a gust of wind, and you feel like you can almost hear a voice in the wind. Yeah.
It's your turn now, bitch.
Yes, you are perfect.
You okay?
Hear that?
Perfect. Thanks.
Fucking inspiration, man. That was good. Damn right. Yeah. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Also, I need to fatten you guys up for the slaughter, so have some inspiration. What? Nothing. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of the river, ascending the mountain, before it eventually ends in front of an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into the misty Serre pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines which blanket the valley. The bridge appears to be slick with moisture. but no Crossy Chasm, no Visit Castle.
Is that a sign on
Is
the
that
entrance
in
to
the flavor
bridge?
text?
No, that's just
That was all
me.
you.
Inspiration for you two.
Thank you.
No, please
Don't
don't
give
me
him
No, don't give him
inspiration.
Hey,
No, he'll kill us.
more.
do I see my raven friend again?
Oh,
Did you keep
Only
that eyeball it
these-
gave you?
awful gargoyles.
What eyeball that what gave me?
I'm just
You don't
curious.
know
I
about
wasn't asking in character. I was just
Oh.
Ashley was asking.
Mr. Ashley? Yes, it's in her pocket.
Okay, cool.
And I will mention there is a kind of a loud roar of the waterfall, given, where you are. And the
How
spray and mist of it sort of blankets the bridge.
How long was the bridge?
The bridge itself, about quarter of a mile.
Are we ready?
Okay, big bridge.
Big bridge.
It's okay. It's just a bridge. It'll be okay.
Yeah, fine.
It looks
And you
like
feel
it's
like the
secure.
snarling stone gargoyles have their gazes fixed on you.
I cast blindness deafness at the gargoyles.
How?
Pew pew. I'll
Um,
start going across the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go out onto
the-
the bridge. It feels very secure. I mean, it's solid stone, probably 10 feet thick at least. But still, there's something about walking 1,000 feet off the ground that's sinister.
I walk
Oh.
a little faster.
So is the waterfall like where the waterfall falls before it gets to the bridge? Is that how that works?
Yep,
Okay.
just before the bridge,
Oh, all right.
which is hence the roar of it.
Did anything
So, like,
happen
looking
before we're halfway across?
Before you're halfway across? No.
Yeah. Okay, Ithri's gonna get a copper out and flick it into the waterfall.
Oh, did
It
you make
vanishes
a wish?
into the mist.
Oh, no.
You're supposed to make a wish when you do that.
I think that's with a fountain.
This is like a fountain.
I mean,
Well, surely it cannot hurt to wish for something.
okay.
It can hurt.
I thought you don't
Hmm?
wish or hope in Barovia.
We do not, Irina.
Don't listen, Irina.
Irina
You can
seems
wish
to
for
be
something.
unusually giddy going towards the closer we get towards the castle. Am I right in reading that? Or
She
It's
does
my-
seem like
my
she's got
influence.
higher
She's-
spirits.
she seems happier?
Hmm.
Yeah. I just
Here,
wanted to
Irina.
make sure I was noting that right.
I give her a coin. Make a wish.
Does
She looks at her brother, then flicks the coin. It vanishes into the spray of water. What did you wish for? Peace. And it sounds stupid. I don't want to tell you. And keeps walking.
I
Um,
also toss a coin in and make a wish.
Wait, that was 2 wishes.
does Irina have any kind of charmed sort of like I don't know if that's something that Medora would be able to notice, but like
I know there's
like-
spells that do it. I guess you could do an insight or arcana check.
equally rubbish. Let's go. That's an 8.
8 doesn't seem like it, but then again, how would you know? You never know. Who can say?
Hey, Ithri.
Hey,
I wished for a
new
new pan for pancakes.
with a face in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can find one.
That would be awesome.
I guess we can put a face in it if we find one without one.
Yeah, we could.
To say that's E3's specialty.
Uh-huh.
You make your way across the stone bridge to the other side. Gargoyles never move. They're probably not even real. They're just gargoyle
Yeah,
statues.
it's fine.
Though, were they all looking to the northwest, or were they looking to the northeast, or were they all looking to the southwest? Because you thought they were looking at you when you crossed the bridge, but they're looking at you here too, so hard to
Dope.
say. But you continue following the higher and higher, following the mountain road higher and higher. But even here, in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening toward the east. There, you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. But parked at this fork in the road, pointed east toward the castle, you see a large black carriage drawn by two black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air. The side door of the carriage swings open silently.
The road. Off the road?
Oh, is it driving? I thought it was stopped.
No, it's just parked right in the intersection, facing the
Then
direction you need to
Door
go.
opens as we see it.
As you approach.
Is there
I
a
mean,
drive?
There's no driver.
it wants us to get in.
But wait, that's how Mary's daughter was taken. I guess we're going to the castle anyway, but should we get in it?
It's like we're invited.
Yeah, you seem a bit happy about that.
Have a look inside to see if there's anyone like waiting
Like,
inside.
Climbing up onto the step, not into the carriage, but just standing on like the step, peering in. It's empty, though. It does look nice in there. It's spacious. Silk curtains, velvet seats.
Can I hold all of us or no?
Oh, it looks like it easily. Yeah, all 9 of you.
Ithri's gonna go and look at
8
the
of you.
horses and see if they are acting like normal horses.
Hard to say. I mean, they seem horse-like enough. They're quarter horses, so that they're big old horses. They're black. Go ahead and make an animal handling check for me.
I would love to.
I will guide you.
Is that a
Towards
D4?
Oh,
horses?
you don't really need me, but it's a D4.
Yeah, well let's see what a guidance does. So that's 24 in total. of
However,
checking horses.
you can't shake the feeling that there's just a hint of red in their eyes. That there's an almost uncanny intelligence to these horses.
What do they detect as thinking beings for me?
These
Yes.
horses are these horses
They're
are
smart.
like they're like
What?
a bit too smart. I guess
Well-
they'd have to be if there's no rider.
Yeah.
I want to reach out and pet one. Pet his neck.
It lets out a snort.
A happy snort?
I said they were clever, not nice.
It's very sinister.
Not nice, yeah.
I will note, by the way, it is very cold this high up. If for those of you who've spent your entire lives in Saragarda, it would be very cold. For someone like E3 who, I mean, you were probably expecting this out here.
This is fresh.
My feet
I'm
are
gonna-
very cold.
Cast detect magic.
Yeah.
Does the carriage ping as magical? And if so, what kind of magic?
You detect no magic.
Oh, not on the horses at all or anything.
Not at all.
Okay.
What about on Irina and Eastmark?
No.
Alright. No
Not
magic
even, like,
auras, huh?
None.
Weapons, armor.
None now. Weird.
I'm gonna jump into the carriage.
Oh,
Nothing happens.
but
It's okay, guys.
there's a second road as well. Where does that go? Can we see where it goes?
I would say it's kind of shrouded in mist, but it looks like it goes downhill. You can see that much.
Eastmark, you know where that goes?
I would assume it goes to the western reaches of Barovia.
Wow,
I would not
I could have surmised as
concern
much. Thanks.
yourself with.
So you know where north
It is all surrounded by the mist.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yay.
We should all stick
well,
together.
Irene is gonna climb
Is
her
there a
into
way
the
to
Yeah,
carriage.
of
climb on
course
top
that
of the
bitch is gonna climb in the
carriage?
carriage.
Is there like a seat where you would have a rider?
For a driver?
Yeah.
There is.
Ithri's gonna climb up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit next to E3. I'm not getting in that thing.
Same sort of question. Is there like where you'd have footmen on the back, a little ledge?
There is not on the back.
You could probably get on the tippy top.
There is on the top. There's like a little bit of like a handlebar around the top.
You coming?
Medora does not want to get in this.
I take it back.
carriage.
I'm getting in the carriage because I would like to keep a very close eye on Irina. So
Why?
yeah.
I'm doing that.
If you're getting in, I'll sit up next to E3.
Oh. Hey. Sorry, I didn't smell
Eastmark,
away.
get in.
Oh. No, I'm keeping an eye.
Oh man,
Yeah?
you stink. I'm getting in the carriage.
She's tempted to just get on the roof if there's a bar and like lie on the roof so she can keep an eye out.
There's a seat here if you want it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't smell too
I
bad.
kind of want to look backwards, but just keep an eye out for me.
Okay.
And I think Junko is gonna perch on the roof of the carriage. She has
Oh, hey.
the balance for that kind of thing.
Hey, by the way, I don't think you're evil.
Eastmark and Usk are gonna get into the carriage with you, E3.
No, I'm at the.
Right, you were up at the driver's seat. I'm sorry. Right, yeah. Cora and yeah,
What?
gonna be getting into the carriage with you.
And Ismark?
Yep. As the last of you sets foot in the carriage, the door swings shut of its own accord, and the horses let out another snort, and then begin moving. And the carriage kind of bounces a little bit, and then suddenly the horses break into a full gallop.
Oh,
Oh, hold
This
on.
is why I wedged myself in the bars.
I am gonna need. Let's see. Junko needs to make an acrobatics check. E3 and Medora need to make acrobatics checks, but with advantage.
That's a 14 for me.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And if someone wants to roll for Junko,
That's a 16.
I'll
for
do
me.
it. She has a +9.
ooh,
Nice.
16 plus 9. 25.
Nice.
okay. What was the lowest?
I got 14.
You're not gonna have a good time. You're not gonna fall off or anything, but yeah, this is. They are traveling at a breakneck pace up the mountain road, and this road at points is very narrow. There's like a couple of points where they're taking sharp turns, and the carriage like has only 2 wheels on the road. It's just in open air for a moment before it's like back on the road.
dang.
They seem like they're only picking up speed too. Those of you inside the carriage, like you're being bounced all over the place. Fortunately, it's padded, so if you like crash into the wall or whatever, like it's soft.
It's like a padded cell.
But after winding through the forest and the craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east. And those of you outside can take in the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towering before you. The carriage approaches, riding up toward a stone drawbridge, and then comes to a dead stop right before the twin turrets of stone. And I need, from those of you outside, another acrobatics check.
7.
Is this one also with advantage?
It is not, because I imagine you were ready. You were like hanging on, and then the sudden slam it, like pulling the emergency. Okay. Someone want to roll for?
Oh,
Junko?
Junko is
I don't
probably
want to roll for
fine,
Junko.
but 7 plus 9, 16.
Okay. E3 and Medora are both launched, sent ass over tea kettle across the broken cobblestone path. One of you cracks an elbow on the skull of one of the horses, but both of you end up like sprawled out on the road in front of the carriage.
Did you
No
hear
damage.
that, Nova?
Oh,
I thought I
What?
heard something.
That's not
I'll sit up.
normally how they treat visitors to these kind of places.
Junko's head comes down like through the carriage window. It was E3 and Medora. They fine, but fly. Then back up.
Oh,
You-
man!
You're live, Medora.
The
Give me a
whole
second.
ride was like, what was Irina doing other than bouncing about the whole
Holding on
carriage?
for dear life.
Okay,
Looking absolutely terrified while Ismark looked like he was going to puke.
nice.
Oos
Cora was, like,
actually
looking
was
out the
just kind of
window.
like roller coaster
Yeah.
laughing.
Um,
That pretty
Mm.
Cora too, probably. Yep.
Medora sitting up would like to make another kind of scan round for the ravens. She's kind of got it in her head they're probably connected to the castle.
Well,
Wait, what
And
would
I'll
give you
assume-
that thought?
even as the rest of you are like getting out of the carriage, I'll just give you guys the
Everything
whole rundown
black.
of what you see. You see the
Yeah,
twin
it's called
turrets of
Ravenloft.
stone ahead, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths. Fortunately, the carriage stopped far enough back that E3 and Medora didn't get yeeted into the chasm. What a way to go that would have been, though.
React
Farewell,
featherfall.
y'all.
Bye!
A lowered drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. From atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you out of their hollow eye sockets, grinning hideously. A rotten, wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel, and beyond this location, you see the main doors of Ravenloft. Standing open, there's a rich, warm light spilling from within, flooding the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly in sconces on both sides of the open doors.
Thank you for the ride, horsies. And I'll get out of the carriage.
Did you say there were gargoyles here too,
Mhm.
watching us?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Do they look bat-like?
No. More demonic. I'll let
When
you
we were-
decide if that's
Like
better.
the Dark Souls ones?
Yeah, kind
In
of.
Dark Souls 1?
Yeah,
Because when we
accurate.
were looking before, we saw like massive bat shapes flying around from a distance.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was at night, to be fair.
I'm just checking they don't like resemble.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Unless there's another map to go to, can we have the picture of the castle on
Mhm.
the
Sure, yeah.
please and thanks.
Yes.
There will be a map very soon, I think.
I'm sure
But,
there will. I just wanted
I
to see
love
it again
this
before
picture.
we
It looks
actually
so
enter.
good.
That's it too. That's from the adventure. Like that's the you're
Oh.
right outside that twin towers and that drawbridge.
So like the
there
last bit
any-
of road goes straight up and then we slam to a halt.
Yep.
Gross.
The
Okay.
carriage
any, like-
it parked like right behind that tree. Go ahead,
Shall
sorry.
we go?
Are there any like when I mean I know it's daytime still, but are there any like lights coming out of windows?
Mhm. Windows, no, but the open front doors, yes.
Oh,
And like they're not hanging on their hinges; they're just open, welcoming.
yeah.
Well,
I
Eva,
I
no,
figured by the carriage, right? We were. Yeah.
we're expected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys ready?
So let's go.
Do not like this. It does not
Cross the
feel very.
bridge. I will be keeping a very close eye on Irina this entire time.
Will you?
Oh yes.
Didn't
I
see
am
that coming.
not taking my eyes off of her. I don't like it.
I don't know. I feel Like it. Like I'm coming home. I don't understand. Pay that no mind, Irina. It is. This is not home. Not for us.
That's
You
not how I
guys
feel.
begin to. You begin to cross the wooden drawbridge. There are a few boards missing, and as you step out onto it, it creaks and groans under your weight, reminding you that it is well, probably 15 to 1700-foot drop
I can make it.
if you fall through the drawbridge.
I can make it.
Ithri slows down slightly just to make sure that he's in featherful range of Medora. Not that he knows what that range is. He's just like, she can save me from falling.
E3, as you cross. Creaks, it groans, nothing breaks. Who else is going?
Oh, me.
Cora? Doesn't even creak under your weight. Junko will also cross. Same. Very balanced, light. You notice, though, Junko stays well away from any of the broken sections of the drawbridge. Medora, Nova, you guys going too?
Yeah.
Well, don't be too enthusiastic.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Nova, you definitely notice, like, it's groaning. It's creaking. It does, like, this is one of those places where, like, you would, as confident as you're like, yeah, it'll hold our weight, but you wouldn't want to jump to prove it.
Love it.
I thought you might. And as you
Yes.
enter the archway into the courtyard, a dismal rain begins to fall, coming down, and you can hear the ting 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 of water, like on Irina's armor.
Oh yeah, none of us wear metal armor.
No,
Yeah.
I don't wear any.
And like
Nope.
Usk just takes the fur hood and like raises it over his head, so that there's just a reptilian snout coming out of the hood.
Oh, so cute.
Thick, cold fog swirls in the courtyard. Sporadic flash. Oh, wait, where are my manners? Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead, and thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you can see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open front doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance, you see a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. What do you do? Your
Go
tokens are over
towards-
Does Irina look nervous at all?
here. Yes, but also like in wonder, looking at the I mean, you can see the castle. I mean, I challenge anybody not to look at this thing like, whoa. Amazed, but also frightened.
Never seen any place like this.
Nor have I.
Let's keep
So-
going.
Not a real place, no. It's like something from a story.
Oh, look at that. You can even see the gargoyle on the map.
Pretty
Mhm.
good?
Though I will note that gargoyle is about 90 feet above you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's a roof, is it?
That is a roof up there, yes.
Okay.
So the dotted line indicates that like the castle,
The battle map?
well, actually, yeah, it is there a description for it?
Is that like a porch?
There's not. It's not a porch per se, but it's like the rest of the castle just sort of, it's almost a tunnel to the front doors.
Yeah.
It's still part of the courtyard. Like the courtyard's overgrown mossy cobblestone is still the floor there, or is still the ground there. It just goes up to the door. Whereas the window, the round window that I mentioned, would be on this part of the wall.
Okay.
Are
But
there
about
any
60
trees
feet up.
in this courtyard?
As your tokens move out to the courtyard, you should be able to see a
Oh,
little
yeah.
more. No. No, there's not.
trees. Okay.
But it does look like there are grounds to the north and south of the castle if you wanted to walk around.
No.
As
Wanna
soon
just head
as Ithri
straight
sees that
in?
the courtyard is safe, he's gonna like rush over to the shelter of the
Mm.
roof.
I just realized that door should be shut. Sorry. I
Man's
was
got
testing.
control weather. He makes it rain at the opportune moment.
I mean, there's a flash of lightning, and as the lightning flashes, it illuminates half a dozen towers and turrets, and you can see that there are flying shapes around those towers. Though whether they're
Ooh.
bats or ravens or something else is difficult to say. You guys rush under the overhang.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go.
Okay. All right. Well, the front doors are open. Let me just grab my my thingy. Also, can I get all of you guys to put your tokens somewhat close together so I can just copy and paste instead of have to replace all of your tokens? Perfect. Okay. Let's go inside, shall we?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Because I'm
Mhm.
fucking stoked.
Mm-hmm.
Or we turn around and leave.
Guys,
Yeah.
we got
Bye.
we
Goodbye.
got to the castle in less than one session.
Here.
Yeah, should have happened another session ago.
And let me just pop them bad boys open.
Yeah.
The
interesting.
ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches set into iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle, you see a second set of doors.
Not open, closed.
They are closed.
Interesting.
Ithri's gonna peek
I
his
love
head
it.
inside
Good
the
trap
front.
room.
Yeah.
I think if we should step together.
Ithri's just
Last time that
poking his
happened,
head
and it was
into
a
the
trap.
front.
Three of
the
us were in
first
a
door.
rat pit.
You didn't have to bring up the rat pit.
You guys entering?
Junko, do you have any
Yeah. Well, not all of us.
checkings?
I will. I'll go in.
Oh, right.
E3 said he was peeking his head in, so
So because Ava isn't here, I'm going to have Junko just aiding people in perception. So any perception check is made with advantage.
So if I want to kind of detect traps,
You can do that
which is
with
not a
advantage.
Medora skill. What do I roll for that?
Perception.
That's a 13. I rolled 2 10s.
13. You aren't seeing any traps. Though overhead in the vaulted entrance foyer, you do see 4 statues of horned and winged monstrosities glaring down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight.
Odd question. If I kind of... Where are the torches?
They are. I forgot to put them on the map, so let me just do that. They are on the north and south wall.
perhaps we should knock on the door.
But as you guys enter into this foyer, the doors ahead of you suddenly swing open of their own
Yeah.
accord,
Never mind.
revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music. Do I have that? I think I actually have that. I just got to scroll down to find it. Give me a sec.
Hell yeah, he's playing the work. They're playing the working for us.
Yeah. That's a good
so
sign,
kind
right?
of them.
Yeah, it's
That's
not like there's
very
any Latin
welcoming.
chanting or anything. That's when you really
Listen.
got to worry.
Latin chanting goes hard. All right.
Yeah.
They
If you
really
ever hear
popped
that-
off with those.
you ever hear that something
And
real
I
not
grew
good
up
is
in a
going on?
church. I know the Latin chanting.
Okay, I hear thunder. Is there organ? Rain. Well, whatever.
Perhaps?
Maybe there'll be organ, maybe not. Either way, the door swung open. Oh, there it is.
Classic.
Beautiful.
The only organ song that everyone knows, apparently.
And that's royalty free.
I'm gonna picture the Davy Jones one. That's a great song.
Cobwebs stretch between the columns in the chamber beyond, though. The columns supporting the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. I believe you can see where the light sources are for those. The torches cast odd, eerie shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the dome ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered in decay. You see double doors of bronze closed to the east. To the north, and you guys can move into the room if you'd like. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you can hear sad and majestic organ tones.
You said to the which direction was the organ?
The organ is coming from the south.
Oh, south. Yeah, let's
Probably
go towards that.
go south. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find somebody, right?
Hello? We just came in.
Hey, don't shout. It doesn't feel like a shouty kind of place.
Sorry, I need to be
Okay,
better
sorry.
about moving the other. Assume Usk, Irina, Ismark, and Junko are moving with you. I just don't want to keep up on their tokens because, you know.
That's fair.
As you move south, torchlight flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending at a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady, bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind these doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall.
Spiral staircase. Okay, I see.
And the suit of armor.
You said the west was where the music was coming
Through
from?
the partially cracked open doors.
If
Is
I
Medora
look through,
peeking? Just
Perhaps knock on them to be polite.
do I see anything when I peek first?
I would, well, because of the nature of the doors, like, it's not actually like how I have it on. It would be like in the center, and a door is like partially cracked open. Like, so, like, you can only kind of see like the wall, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, like you can kind of see off to an angle. You can't like see straight down the middle of the room. You can only see like, because the door is, unless you want to push the door kind of open a little more, or actually stick your head through the door.
I don't want to stick my head through the. I feel like that would be a bad idea. Just
Somebody's
to
watched too
present
many
your
horror
head.
movies.
I mean, there was a noose down the road.
I'll knock on the door.
As you do, the doors, again, seemingly of their own volition, swing open properly. You see, brace yourselves, there's a lot here. Oh, yes. You see 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminating this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods: roasted beast basted in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, sweet fruits and vegetables. 8 places have been set, one for each of you. with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. And at the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ, a liver. Just kidding. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. But the figure suddenly stops, and the key, the sound of like a organ just coming to an end suddenly. I said stops.
Roll20 doesn't take voice cues, I guess.
And as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, the figure slowly turns toward you. And you see a woman, maybe 30-ish, shoulder length, partially black hair, but with some purple mixed in. Obvious dye because she otherwise looks human. Well, mostly. 2 curling black horns protrude from her forehead. You can see that her eyes are the irises of her eyes are red, and her face is pale as a corpse. She wears a warrior's armor, but stylized with little demonic faces on the arm guards, the shoulder pauldrons, even on her knees and boots. But also, the armor is customized to be distinctly feminine. It still protects everything, but it also suggests, not heavily, but enough to make sure that no one would ever mistake this woman for a man. It's intentional. And you can see she wears a necklace with a complex pattern of rubies set in black iron right at the clasp of her neck in the shape of a human heart. And you can see that some of the demonic faces in her armor also have rubies set into the eyes. So that as she shifts and the light hits her armor differently, it almost looks like flickering flames in the eyes of those demon faces. But over the armor, you see that the cape is blue and fur-lined, elegant. You can see that she wears a battle skirt, black, with eagles, vultures, and crows stitched into its design. She smiles warmly when she sees you. Welcome, my guests. You took a little longer to get here than I was expecting. But please, be seated. I have invited you here to dine, and then we will speak.
Cora will walk in bravely.
Before the door was opened, Ithri was checking out the armor. Does it look anything like the warrior guard that was provided?
No.
Okay, good. That's what I needed to know.
Though it is plate armor and heavily stylized, you can see that it is oiled and well cared for, but it bears a crow motif. Not raven, crow.
Okay.
Even the helm is like a crow's head. So that whoever wore this would kind of, if they put their visor down, there would be like a beak to protect like the face and such. Only the mouth would be showing. If you've seen like the Final Fantasy Dark Knight, kind of like that, but with more of a bird visage to it.
Thinking like Knight Artorias or something.
I could see that. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Ithria.
We made a stop on our way. You can call me Cora. We've heard a lot about you. What can we call you?
I am the Countess Alessia von Zarovich.
Can I do a check on that name?
Sure.
Did Junko
history.
do a check on that name?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Have Junko do a history check.
I'll roll that. Oh boy, what's her history modifier? She has a +2. Oh no, she got an 8. Dang
I got a
it.
4.
Yeah, neither of them have heard of any fast with this name. And how may I call you, my guests?
I look at the others.
Don't you know us already? You knew we were coming.
I knew you were coming, but what kind of a host would I be if I did not permit you to announce yourselves? Please, I'm the lady of the castle. Announce yourselves. Give me a show.
Ithri. And he bows.
That is more like it. And like, though she smiles, it's like a Tom Cruise smile where it just like never reaches the eyes.
Ugh, creepy. Tom Cruise is creepy.
Are Ismark and Irina out there?
Oh, they're coming too.
What's Irina doing when she
just
sees
staring
this lady?
like in rapt fascination. She hasn't looked to those two yet.
Oh, Medora's going to slightly Mickey taking introduce herself as the Lady Medora, seeing as other people have referred to her as that before. So the Lady Medora.
Medora, you are as beautiful as you are eloquent. I do hope I can get to know you better in your time here in my castle.
Ooh, get it, girl.
Where are the bedrooms?
They're upstairs.
No, that wasn't out loud in that was actually not
where are the
Ithri.
bedrooms?
That's
Bruce
not an
is like,
Ithri
where are
sort
the
of
bedrooms?
statement.
Not in a leading way, just in a out of interest.
Yeah,
Just-
what's
what's
the
the
general
floor
floor plan?
I
Can
just
we have a
wanted to
tour?
make a note. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and is there a home
Can we have a
office?
tour of your house? That'd be great.
What's
Thank
the
you so
school
much.
district like?
Perhaps an exchange. A ruby for a gem.
You wish to trade me for my wealth? Well,
It would be a fair trade.
it is lucky for you that I enjoy giving to my guests.
Mm.
The Tom Cruise. Just remember though, the Tom Cruise dead eyes.
I know,
She
but
might
the
like
That's a
shinies-
sociopath, dead eyes. Dude.
Yup. Please take a seat.
Or it looks out at Nova in the
The
hallway.
food and drink is not poisoned.
I'm standing in the doorway.
Were
I'm
I
just not moving
to
my token.
harm any of you, I assure you I would require nothing so crass as poison. You
It's
would
weird to mention it though.
do well to
Yeah.
take advantage of my hospitality while it is offered. For the night has not even yet set in, and there is much that will transpire within these walls this day. You will need your strength.
We have a lot to talk about.
So suggestive.
Yes, we do.
He's
Though I
playing
thought
cat and
perhaps we
mouse,
might
dude.
save business until after pleasure.
Nudge, nudge, Medora.
Do you mean,
Jim Medora's just like,
eating,
so-
right? The eating of the food? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Tell me of your homelands, and I will tell you of mine.
I don't have a homeland.
Sit, please. Ismark has not move from the doorway either, I'm thinking. Usk will very cautiously like move and take like the furthest seat and like sit but not have any interest in the food. Like,
Is that a tactical E3 sitting
Can I-
between Medora and
I'm just sitting closest.
I'm behind Ismark. Can I like kick the back of his knee so his knee like buckles and he has to move forward?
yeah, sure. He'll stagger forward, and Irina will just kind of catch him with her arm and take him
Make
arm in
them
arm.
sit at the end of the table there next to Medora.
Yeah,
and,
they're actually gonna sit over
No,
here.
no, that's not true because
Yeah,
I run
that's-
over there and I
that's
go
where
there,
she
so you
wants to
can't do
sit.
that.
Oh,
Fuck you,
really?
Irina. I'm sitting there.
Like you really.
I don't
like,
want Irina
as she
next
pulls
to
the
her.
seat out, you jump into the seat right next to Ismark, who Irina kind of gives you a look like, seriously?
I called it. Bitch.
She'll move back around and sit
Yeah,
over
should have shotgunned it.
here.
Yeah.
Junko will take this seat.
I believe you know these two.
Yes, Ismark the Lesser. And she stares at Irina for a moment. Irina. Aliana.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Insight check. Nat 20.
Which one are
Here
you
it comes.
insighting?
When she says Irina, I want to insight check. What's her face? The countess.
Wow. Well, 14 for me.
18.
Alicia.
Should have guided myself. Forget I can do that to
Oh.
myself.
I think I made a boo-boo.
Uh-oh.
Nope, I didn't make a boo-boo. All good.
Yay.
No, boo-boos.
14. I mean, it's obvious that like she's interested in Irina,
Yeah.
but that's about the most you got.
That's
Irina,
it. That's
for
all
her
an
part,
18
kinda
gets
looks-
me.
Oh, I thought you had a 14 too. Sorry,
Oh.
18. You get a sense of almost hunger, but not in the way you'd expect. Almost like
Like a desire
real,
hunger?
like desire.
Or like
Yes, desire, but it's the first time you've seen anything real in her eyes.
I would like to give Junko some bardic inspiration. In like a Junko, you know this place. You'll let me know if how to behave, right?
You sip tea, don't drink all at once, and like yeah, she'll give you a few etiquette bits.
Oh, fantastic.
Turning is there any interest in the food?
I mean, I'll look at it.
I mean, when you said there was a drink, we know Medora likes her rum.
Yes, we've eaten.
Is it alcoholic?
Yes.
Does it smell?
It smells like champagne, not wine.
Oh,
The fancy stuff.
Like the fancy stuff.
What's the food look like?
Well, you heard me mention earlier. I mean, we've got roasted beef basted in savory sauce. Like the gravy smells like it's been cooked with wine. Everything here is seasoned. There's potatoes of many different types, including mashed. There's fruit and vegetables set in piles upon the platters. There's even garlic mixed in with the food, you can see, and onions and every type of fruit imaginable, from grapes and berries to apples, oranges, lemons, even some exotic ones that you probably wouldn't be familiar with.
Do you have a full kitchen staff here to do all this? This looks amazing.
It is not often that we are able to entertain guests. The castle receives few visitors anymore. Though, when it was first erected, we had balls and parties and guests. Oh, the events we hosted and the the dreams
Hey.
we had for our future.
Didn't answer my
This
question.
a
Then.
family castle?
It
You
was
said
once.
we.
Yes, this castle belonged to the Fonsarovich line. My late husband.
Can we know
Oh.
his name?
Yes. The poor dear. His name was Strahd.
Oh.
Can I do a check on that name?
No, there's
Okay.
really no point.
Fine.
If you weren't alive 1,000 years ago, you don't got anything on
Who
that name.
says that? No, okay.
Is she? Sorry, you go.
Well, I've never been in a castle, so this is an
Castle Ravenloft was
experience.
built by some of the finest minds. Her architect is, in fact, interred below, though I admit I never had much interest in such individuals. I don't recall his name. Forgive me. Perhaps we might visit the catacombs later.
I would
I-
enjoy that.
Is that? I'm just like looking at Eastmark. Like, is that normal behavior for castle party? I don't. Okay.
I'm very interested in architecture, so I would love to see that.
Oh, then you will love this castle. It was new, you know, when we were wed.
How long ago was that?
Oh. Long ago.
Is she
Ere the
taking note of
mists
people eating?
appeared. She doesn't seem to be.
The mists.
Yes.
Medora's not going to eat. And she's not going to drink.
If you'll permit me, the mists, are they keeping you here?
Very perceptive of you.
they
Seems like
seem to
The
be
everyone.
keeping
mists
everyone here,
are
so-
something of a jailer to all save the Vistani. The Vistani are, they come and go as they please.
How?
I gave them my protection.
And
It is
Straddling
not so
you?
difficult. You see, the mists are not without a sense of humor.
So they're alive in a way?
Oh, I did not say alive.
To have a sense of humor, you must be alive in some way.
That's not entirely true. Tell me, are you at all familiar with necromancy? A refined art?
A bit?
No, but we know
Somewhat.
someone who might be.
My father was a gifted practitioner.
Oh,
Who was your
is he
father?
like a wizard or something?
Something. He was an archon.
What's an archon?
How do you spell that? Which form of the word?
Archon.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You right there, Ashley?
He taught me a few things. But,
Is Cora looking under the table or is Ashley just having a
That's
Ashley's having a
That's
meltdown.
Ashley. That's Ashley.
Just give me a
Checking Cora wasn't looking for secret stuff.
Did he live here too? In this
No.
land, I mean.
I wish he had. I wish he could have. I'm afraid that he did not live to see me wed. I came here in a period of great mourning, but, well, times have become happier, and I have a desire to further improve upon the things. I see that you cannot be persuaded to eat. Does that mean that we should perhaps move on to our business.
E3 is eating.
E3.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
There is food on my plate.
like-
I
Okay.
think I'm like moving it around. I don't know.
Medora's,
it smells
like,
good. She's never had
it's-
food like this. So
it's-
First to mouth and down, but not.
I mean,
If-
it's fucking like
if,
royal up.
fancy
Yeah.
feast, like
If-
full on.
Like
Yeah,
anywhere
I-
else, Nova would be getting a stern waiter coming out and asking her to leave for not following the dress code. Like,
I'll be honest, we actually visited with the Vistani on our way here, and I ate a lot of food with them, so I'm not very hungry.
you did.
Mhm.
That wouldn't be Madame Eva's encampment, would it?
The very same.
Well, how about that? It has been some time since I've paid them a visit. Perhaps I will have to remedy that when all is said and done.
I'm sensing a bit of. Does it upset you that we went to visit them?
I do prefer when my agents confide in me before they make decisions.
To be
Agents.
fair, we just kind of stumbled into their encampment and they were generous enough to feed us. I mean,
Then they have honored me by honoring their guests, my guests.
hmm.
I take a bite of the potatoes.
Has Nova had potatoes before, do you think?
She's not
Well,
had any food like this, I don't think. Maybe the
then-
fruit, yeah, but not like this.
Then you know.
So good. Saraha loves potatoes. So.
I had a feeling. Saraha seems like she would love potatoes.
Potatoes are great.
Mashed potatoes? Amazing. Hash brown? Amazing.
I'll glance at Junko. So, is this a part of Corvania?
Well, yes, a sort of. I like to think of Barovia as a little something extra. It was a part Corvania, in the same way that I was once part of another place.
Where was that?
But as it's
Tell me.
as it's met new people, as it came into the powers of different beings, like myself, she changed. She became something greater, something more powerful and more individual.
You know, when I first saw your castle, I actually thought we were in Next Regnum.
Does Next Regnum still exist outside the mists? No, Junko says quickly. Ah. That is a shame.
I
It
really
was
watched closely for her reaction.
a northern pearl of beauty. Feared and misunderstood, often at war with her neighbors. But
So your family's from there?
some
Former
of
Next
them.
Regnum? I mean,
My father, at least, is from Next Regnum.
your mother was not, though.
My other father
Sorry.
was from Andalon.
I don't know much about Andalon.
A coastal nation. At least when I was there, it was the most beautiful country in the world. In fact, what you drink now was first made there, aged there, aged
Ah.
here as well, I suppose.
I'll take a sip of it finally.
It's.
What is it?
I
Good?
don't know how to describe champagne, but it's very,
Uh,
very fine.
I don't like champagne personally, but
I've had it like once in my life, so you know.
It's fancy.
Mhm.
I've never tasted this. I'm from a small village in a jungle, so
I've
this
never
is
tasted it either.
Oh.
You must tell me what it is like.
It's slightly bubbly and
Yes.
not quite sweet, but almost.
Not
Kind of
quite
like-
sweet. Ah, yes, that makes a sense. Very good. Very good. You may continue to eat, but I grow bored of reminiscing. So I will tell you why I have brought you here. You see, I have grown bored of this castle and this country in much the same way as I've grown bored of your stories and your nostalgia. And so I have brought you here for a game. I am going to hunt you one by one and kill you.
I've read this book. Fuck.
I will kill each of you. I could kill you all here and now if I wished, but where is the fun in that? It's so much more interesting if I let you have a little head to start. If I let you scurry around my castle like the rats. And this night we will have some fun as I pluck your lives. And as she's saying this, like she's crushing grapes, 1, 2, 3 with her fingers, and crush them. But the last of you who yet lives will come to possess my castle and all of my treasures and wealth. I have a great deal of wealth, accumulated from centuries of war and conquest. Not to mention the inheritance of my fathers. And when the game is done, I shall be gone, and the last among you shall be the new Dark Lord of Barovia. So you really should eat up and gather your strength. Enjoy a little bit of wine. It makes the blood taste better when I exsanguinate you. Any questions?
Yeah.
Other than it being an unfair advantage to have you hunt us in a castle you're very familiar with.
Oh, child. I hope you survive the longest. No. You. She points at Medora. We will have some fun together, you and I, before I depart. If you survive. But, and she takes out a ticking pocket watch. Time waits for no one, no man or woman. So, flips it closed. Shall we begin?
What is?
And then she disappears to a mocking laugh that fills the whole hall. And in that moment, a fierce, bone-chilling wind rises up, roaring through the hall, snuffing out all of the open flames, leaving only your magically created light. Actually, I would assume that's probably not active at the moment. You probably have to conjure that up.
Sure.
But wait, there's more. I just closed the document before I finished reading it. Also, you hear the screech of ancient hinges outside and the solid thud of many heavy doors slamming shut one after another into the distance. You hear the portcullis clang shut and the tired groan of the aged drawbridge pulling up. And finally, doors to this room. The doors to this room slam shut.
We can do it in our brains. It's fine.
And you are left in darkness. Silence. That's where we're going to end for tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't think she wanted to most dangerous game us. Jesus.
Oh, whoops. There we go. And I will say that as the lights went out, there was a gasp of terror from Irina and a sound of like maybe someone drawing a battle axe. And a chair
In the
crunching.
dark, when we're very close to each other. Sharp blade. Good job.
And
Dude, I'm next to him.
Yeah, I know.
as Cora lights up the light once more on Medora, you'd see that Usk accidentally smashed the chair. Ismark is on his feet with his axe, and Irina is also on her feet, but looking pale and like clutching her heart.
Medora's just still sat there like, oh well,
are
here we
you
go.
both glad you came? Yeah. What?
He's got like a chicken thigh in his mouth, like.
I will note the food is fucking great. So.
Holding a spoon of potatoes, like.
Yeah, like.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know, when in Barovia.
Ooh, good game.
And next week will be our Halloween episode of
This is
Cat and
perfect,
Mouse.
man.
Honestly,
I don't want to do it if Ava's not here though.
I'm okay with how long it took you guys to get here. I'm actually glad. This is perfect. We'll be starting our Halloween episode at just the right moment.
Well,
Next week.
Y'all
better come back now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Better come back now. You hear?
I'm not
In
sure
the
I'm gonna
meantime,
come
though,
back.
you can find some more spooky gameplay on Fridays. This coming Friday for our Pathfinder 2nd edition game with a haunted house instead of a castle, and then we will obviously be live here on Sunday, every Sunday. And you can find our past games, past gameplay, other campaigns, maybe some Tomb of Horrors, maybe last year's Halloween episode, which was pretty dope, on our YouTube channel, which is linked in chat. You should also give our Twitter a follow if you want to stay caught up on not just cancellations, also on fun things we got going on, or maybe some provocation and the odd meme. Finally, I would urge you to check out the Linktree, where you can find all of our creatives in their respective habitats. So, that being said, I think we're done for the night. So, take care, have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye!
Bye.